Well, I say every day. It's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified to be your judges.
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen to me? Then the hell with you.
All right. Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 108th episode of Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me today are people, unlike last week. So I just giving y'all shit. Green-haired anti-liberal, how you doing?
I am well. I'm here. I'm alive, like usual. Glad to be here.
All right. We also have with us Truism the Stormcrow.
Yes, purveyor of all things. Fuckery. Guten Tag to everyone.
Indeed. And, of course, the inimitable Caucasian Sasquatch.
Yeah, but I don't think mine actually got started for some reason. It's really weird. It says it's still upcoming. I don't know.
Weird.
Maybe it's my net connection.
That's what she said. And
Yep.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Show's fine on my end.
Okay. All right. As long as it's synced up and
So-
everything.
Yeah, at
I
least
think
on the
it's
streamer
you
side.
went
I
live
don't know.
just as I hit the link, the thing to link it, and I don't know. This is weird. It says it's there, but it didn't go live with us. Oh well.
Oh, right. Yeah, the YouTube side says it's upcoming still for some
Yeah.
reason, but it's showing fine on the StreamYard side. Oh nope, hold on a second. Let me push this little button here and see if that fixes it. Yep. There we go.
Sometimes it's all it takes.
Okay.
Well, I knew where the button was to start with. I wouldn't have been fighting with my wife for so long.
It's the one on the inside you got to worry about. You got to kind of hook your fingers a little bit. But anyway, welcome to the show. I'm a terrible person. Let's say hello to the chat real quick. We're going to do this because it pisses off Adam the Renaissance Nerd, who is a good friend of mine, but I find this irritates him and I love it. Green-haired anti-liberal in chat. Caucasian Sasquatch. Dom H is with us today. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, Tom.
Yo.
I see you. Clue Channel. Eyes Gal.
My gulag brother.
Ask her.
I answered.
So, felt like it. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
We also have Claudia Black with us today. Hello.
Hello.
And of course, also on panel, Truism the Stormcrow. By the way, I'm loving the PFP. That's pretty awesome.
I was wondering if anybody was going to notice that. I did a little tweak to the Google thing right there. You know, I got to do my. I got to do. I got to be me. I've got to be me. Who else can I be? But what?
You know what it puts me in mind of is
yes.
Did you ever see Duckman on the USA channel?
Yes.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Jason Alexander.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, is there any way I can make this more crow-like and not look like a damn duck? But there's no way. There's no way I could maybe I could have darkened it a little bit. I don't know, but
that's racist.
Right.
I mean, hey, I can't help that.
Irish
brother.
Rover, welcome in.
Oh, what's up, Irish?
Right. So we're currently live on my YouTube channel, Samuel the Infamous, on Squatch's YouTube channel, Caucasian Sasquatch. We're also live on Twix and Rumble. So wherever you're coming in from, hello. we do have some topics to get to today. Hopefully, it won't be as rant heavy as last week because it was just me. So you guys had to put up with my shit for like 2 straight hours. It was awesome. But yeah, it was. I went a little bit into the weeds on some stuff last week. Most notably, some of the bullshit coming out of Britain. And I would have invited some of our British friends on to talk about it, but they'd probably have been arrested. So I decided to do so.
Damn. That's a damn shame. And they already got clout. Oh, that's crazy.
All they had to do was toss it in the harbor. That's all they had to do.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
So we got, let's see, Ahimsa Alexander. Welcome in. Also, I see Lawrence.
Profile picture. You can pull it up again, Sam.
What's up, Based Oracle? Welcome in, bud.
Bent Orifice. How are you?
Oh, you know what? Shut up, gal. Oh, yeah, we got
Oh, yeah.
Based Oracle. This is the greatest fucking screen name I've ever seen. The Jizzing Falcon.
Oof. You haven't been conquistador yet, have you?
No. That's fantastic.
Me, Sam.
Yeah,
I get
Claudia
best screen
can
names.
agree with you all she likes. You can still be wrong. Cats are bastards, all of them.
I can agree.
Don't agree with him. Don't agree with him.
Hold on.
No,
I can demonstrate.
I'm sorry. I have like a whole army of them. He is correct.
Seals have been known to save people. Bears have been known to save people. Never in the history of the universe has a cat ever saved anything ever.
That is not true.
Name one. Name it. I'll wait. Go ahead.
I don't have the specific example, but cats have
It
saved
doesn't happen.
And you literally can't prove your side either.
I mean, look. All I can say is, from what I've seen of cats, and we've had them now for at least about a year, 2 or 3 years. If you don't feed them constantly, if you don't constantly give them all the attention, they will leave. Now, maybe it's because they are outdoor cats, they're not indoor cats. But, yeah, they don't really have any loyalty. They only got loyalty to who feeds them and takes care of them most. If that much.
Oh, Lord. I have had cats my entire life. Not all cats are bastards. Not all humans are bastards. But some can be. Just like some cats can be as well.
When you die, they're going to eat your eyeballs first.
No. My God.
I'm telling you.
That's crazy. Oof.
Dogs would too, you know. Like,
That's why she
everybody
got glasses
thinks
on.
dogs
She
wouldn't do
realized
that.
that she needs some protection.
Yeah. My fellow gulag brother.
Yo, are you saying that? Are you saying pussy isn't
Larry.
loyal?
You wish.
Ooh.
There's a hot take.
I wish I had my sound effect. That's a hot one. I wish I had that, but I don't have it on there.
Sorry about that. Hey, what's up, y'all? Sam, what's going on?
What's up? No, I'm just saying the Egyptians had it completely backwards, right? They decided to subjugate themselves to these cats, and these cats got it into their heads that, hey, maybe we are gods, and they have never forgotten that, and they will never let you forget it.
Do you think that's what led to Egypt's eventual fall? Doing that?
What, cats? Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Oof.
Damn.
Oof.
You
There's
are
A lot of cat
really
beef
ridiculous.
on this stream.
Oof.
Sam secretly loves cats.
I don't
Absolutely
secretly
true.
love
This is
cats.
a
There's
photo
nothing
of Sam's
secret about
cat.
how I feel about cats.
This is a photo of Sam's cat that he doesn't want you guys to know about.
Cutie.
See,
That is.
that's absolutely not true.
So cute.
Absolutely not true. I have never seen that cat before in my life. It's not that I've never
Yes, you
owned
have.
a cat. I
Like
understood
to
exactly
Yeah.
what she.
Just like the snakes you've never caught and cooked and ate and made steering wheel covers out of.
Ooh.
Hey, that was supposed to be
I didn't
secret.
do any of that shit. I
money.
ate them, but I've never caught one to eat it. I've just.
Hey
had
man, look. Everybody got to
fought
have a
with other
hobby.
people.
Come on.
Yeah,
man.
he
Anyway.
catches them.
He can't have a
uses them-
hobby.
Well, he uses them as a timing belt for his car. On
What's
top
wrong
of
with
That's
that
everything
bullshit
else.
too.
What I'm talking about. You can't just do it for fun and profit. I mean, what the hell? That's the American way, baby. What you talking about? That man making money and he's making the agriculture, the fucking environment a better place by lowering down the snake population. Look, that's a service. He's a humanitarian.
I mean, that's one way to look at
Let me
it. I
get
just think they're
straight.
delicious.
I want to be certain that I'm clear. Sam's a humanitarian.
I mean, look, let's just be honest about it. Cthulhu, think about it. Wait a minute. Think about it.
Yeah, that
It's
confused me
teaching.
too.
It's teaching mankind that ultimately life is meaningless, that you're basically just a speck in the universe. Does that not help mankind to kind of realize and kind of center? Is that not in and of itself a humanitarian act?
If accidentally it did, you shouldn't tell him because he'd stop.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure the cat's out of the bag on that one.
Yeah.
There's the cat being a bastard. Telling everybody shit.
Oof.
Right. All cats are bastards. Hashtag.
No, they're not.
Anyway.
Okay.
I got two things. Look, you know how that
Go ahead.
started. Aside from the fact that I don't fucking like cats, is because a couple years ago we kept seeing ACAB all over the place. All cops are bastards, right?
Oh,
Now,
yeah,
I don't believe that all cops are bastards because I happen to know a bunch of them. You know, I work with some of them. Some of them absolutely are bastards. That's true.
Yeah.
But not all of them. You know. And so I was just kind of taking ACAB back. It inserted cats in there because I just picked something I didn't like that began with a C.
Well, the same thing can be said about cats. Not all cats are evil and conniving.
I disagree. I think
That's
they are.
because you're
You gotta earn the love of a cat.
Exactly.
There's no love. Cats don't love
There
anything
is
but
love.
themselves, Clue.
I'm afraid
You've
you're
just
back
never
on the
met
wrong
a
side
good
of
cat.
statistics.
You've just
here.
never been loved by a cat before.
Yeah.
That's all. It does exist.
You know what, Clue? That actually that's a good point. Now, snakes are more receptive to Sam's charms, but not cats.
It makes sense that he's a snake charmer.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
no,
that
here's the
sounds
difference.
about right.
Here's the difference. Here is the difference. Snakes don't give a fuck if you like them or not, just like cats. However, snakes don't go around trying to convince you that they do give a fuck like cats.
Oh my god, because cats do give a fuck. Snakes don't.
No,
They
Do
do.
if
lying
you
to you.
earn their
That's you,
fuck
Sam.
givage.
Yes.
They don't give it to you, Sam, but they do everybody else.
It's true.
Yeah, I wish I could get them to leave me alone. Little bastards always rubbing on my legs and shit. It's fucking annoying.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
and you can't punk
You
them
a
'cause
cat
then you're the
magnet?
bad guy all of a sudden. You
You
know?
know, if cats are doing that, they recognize that you're a good
Yeah, I heard
and they trust you.
that.
So wait a minute, Sam. Are you literally a pussy magnet?
Oh,
Apparently.
he was Mr. January. Let's not forget.
Oh no.
He was Mr. January.
No.
Wait, I didn't know about that.
Calendar
Sam,
game.
you were Mr. January. Let me put that on my list.
I got a
That's crazy.
photo I'll send you. Yeah, no, this so
No,
couple months
don't
back-
send me any photos. I don't want to see you.
There's just the one, and it's awesome.
It's not enough. I know what you look
Hulu
like.
him.
It was tasteful.
it's
He was
damn
young,
sexy.
okay? He was young. He didn't know any better, and it was tastefully done, okay? Don't judge
He
me.
needed
what
tuition. He needed
What
tuition.
happened, and I don't know why Quill keeps bringing this shit up because it was just a joke that was supposed to be a one-off. But so a while back, there was this calendar that came out with a bunch of like conservative and libertarian women looking conservative and libertarian, except of course Riley Gaines, who was dressed in a swimsuit because she's a professional swimmer. And they got a lot of heat from conservative sides saying like, oh, this is horror behavior. You're trying to tempt good Christian married men and all this stuff. And so as a joke, I slapped my avatar's face on a painting of Nyarlathotep and put a calendar, like January calendar underneath it. That's all it was. And then I put it out on there and I was just like, is this tempting conservative men?
Oof.
There's just tentacles everywhere.
Let the nothingness consume you.
Probably tempted a couple of leaves.
Oof. Yes.
Yeah. Although I did last night for Beelzebub, I did debut a new avatar that I'm going to show you all here. I'm not going to wear it the whole time, but this was from
Everybody,
last night
are you
because I
sitting
figured
down?
everybody needs some eldritch titties in their life.
Man, I saw that. I was like,
You're supposed to go.
damn.
Yeah.
You know,
Tourism's
I
going.
knew,
Yeah,
I knew
man.
he was going trans. I knew it. Ever since you started being so catty, I suspected you were on the pill.
I got my own little HRT pipeline.
Hook a Sasquatch up.
Yeah, you wanna get a vagine? Is that how we're rolling? You know?
Yeah,
You can
but I
get a
want
beard
mine to
lady
look
at
like
the
Marge Simpson's.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll just I'm comfortable with the one that I married to. I'll be comfortable with that. So
yellow with blue pubes.
yeah. I don't know.
Don't forget the bats and the echo.
I'm good on that.
Oh man. So for everybody coming in, and especially my mother who does occasionally listen to these until we get vulgar, I do apologize. It's not normally this bad right out of the gate, but here we are. So
Hi, Mama Cthulhu.
Hi. I'm a cryptid.
She's not gonna watch this. The second somebody says something vulgar, she turns the thing off, and then she's like, "You need to make timestamps so I know when not to watch it."
I mean, when did we say something vulgar besides like?
Yeah,
probably right out the gate.
Her threshold for vulgarity is extremely low.
You know, that's strange considering she spawned a dark horror. But okay.
I know, right? I know. Well, you see, my sister makes sailors blush.
That's because her penis is bigger than theirs.
Oof!
Whoa!
That's entirely possible.
That's crazy.
Whoa!
I didn't know the hell you did not just say that. Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
So, anyhow, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are now almost 17 minutes in, and it's been kind of bad shit already. But I do appreciate that. I like bad shit. Bad shit is fun. We do have some topics and stuff, but I mean, we'll see how many we get to them. The number one thing that I saw here recently was that apparently Twitter is closing their offices in Brazil as of a few hours ago, because their personnel have been receiving threats from that. What was his name? What's the name of the judge that has been all over this, like, free speech shit? Hold on a second. I'll pull his name up. It's something Alexander de Moraes. So
wow, I'm looking at it right now. That's crazy.
Yep. So he has been threatening because they won't release personal information, they won't release damning information, they won't release any of this stuff to this corrupt ass fuck commie judge. They've decided to close their doors because now their people are getting threatened with years of prison time.
Whoa, really?
But what would the charge look like?
Yeah,
doesn't matter. It's a commie country. They can make up anything they like. Obstruction of the state.
You got me there, man. You got me over a box with that one.
Oh, so wait. I didn't know Brazil was a commie country. I knew it was some reason.
Oh yeah, I had a damn feather in my hair.
I didn't see it.
Oh,
I didn't see it either.
What kind of bullshit are you pulling, Sam?
I mean, it looked good. I don't know what you're bitching about.
I didn't know that. Oof.
Not when we're streaming, though, honey.
Right.
Okay, keep the bedroom talk between yourselves.
No, we do it on the
Bigfoot. Coming from the snazzy one.
This was
sorry about that.
This was posted by Elon Musk about 4 or 5 hours ago. It says the decision to close the X office in Brazil was difficult, but if we had agreed to Moraes' illegal secret censorship and private information handover demands, there was no way we could explain our actions without being ashamed.
That's in fucking insane. So like, is he like? So okay,
Elon
so
is
he's
Batman.
Is he a judge in a certain area, or is he like a judge, like kind of part of some? Okay.
He's like a federal judge.
Surprising at all. It's a communist country. You can expect them to come after Twitter almost immediately.
So what I'm saying, like, is just because he's just a judge and he can just do that. So, like, is he like in charge of a city? Is he in charge of like the actual municipality that the office is in? Is that's why he's doing it, like a magistrate or something like that? And
he's like in charge of. he's like in charge of basically. He is the law. He's Judge Dredd.
Get the fuck out of here.
Brazil's super fucking corrupt, dude. You know, and ever since they kicked out Bolsonaro and they put in I forget the name of the guy who's in there now. He's just going along with all this stuff because he's cool with it. You know, funny thing is, it's like about what was this? Gal, do you remember? It was like 6-8 months ago. They tried doing the same shit before, and they were just like, well, you know, if Elon Musk isn't going to abide by our censorship rules and stuff, then fuck Elon Musk. And he's like, fine. And he shut down Twitter for like 3 days till they begged him to come back.
I vaguely remember that. I feel like that was a year ago, though. But yeah. Because other countries are
yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, so Brazil is currently, they're on a trajectory to end up where Venezuela did. They're not quite there yet, but
so
they're trying like hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good to have a famous arm of the government that just topples dictators here, right in the center. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just...
I mean, they took down Detroit.
That's true. That's true. I don't blame Musk for pulling his people out. I really don't, because like, you know, if they're being threatened for bullshit that wouldn't be illegal pretty much anywhere else outside of other commie countries. Yeah, you know, pull them out, make sure they're safe. For those of you in Brazil who follow us, who communicate with this and whatnot, this is usually the most efficient way to do it, and that's unfortunate. So we're going to probably end up like losing contact with some people, at least in the short term, like Tris or Dan Vask or whatnot. But you know, that's there are other avenues. You know, they're just a little bit less direct.
So here's the plan.
You know,
we've got a handful of pigeons, right?
Umbro pigeons?
Yes.
Nope. They are.
No, those are the worst kind.
This is going to be our replacement for Twitter. Of course, we could just put Shadoo in a room.
Hey, Sasquatch. Sasquatch, you've got competition. Dennis Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's
we know
not
Dennis Bigfoot.
That's brethren.
Okay.
That's a brother.
Yeah.
Dom, Big Dom, what's going on?
Yo.
John Eagle, what's up, baby? Scotty Waddles. Scotty Waddles, I suspected Scotty Waddles was a bot because he commented on every single video I made, even some of like more obscure ones that weren't everything, right? And then he came on panel one night. And that is not a bot. Although he is start raving batshit crazy.
So he fits right in.
It was like a
Those are the best folks to have on your panel, boy.
I think didn't when I did that Sasquatch shows, wasn't Scotty Waddles in the panel there or in the chat?
I think that's the night I met him that I actually got to lay eyes on him. I think so. Yeah, it's very hard to understand.
Yeah, that indeed. So, but this is kind of part and parcel. This whole thing is kind of part and parcel with the kind of global trajectory of online censorship that's coming forth. We're seeing some fucked up shit come out of the UK. I ranted about that all last week, where they were saying the Metropolitan Police or the Metro Police Commissioner, I don't know exactly what his title is, but anyway, out of London, was actually put out a video saying, you know, hey, or he was clipped rather saying, yeah, if you're breaking our UK laws of speech, you know, of hate speech, if you're inciting violence or race baiting or any of this stuff, you say anything that we just deem is, you know, unsuitable, right? We're going to come after you. And it's like, okay, well, this is not new. They've been after their citizens for a long time. And then he's like, even if you're not in the UK at the moment, right now, not to the casual observer, that sounds like they want to come after anybody in the world, right? At any time, like they could come to US and extradite you for saying mean shit on Twitter to the UK to go to prison there.
I'd like to see that.
After some deeper digging, it looks more like they're talking about British expats or British people who are abroad kind of thing, and like they're calling them home, which they can do, unfortunately. But yeah, but the way that they initially said that, it sounded like they were going to come after not just U.S. citizens. I pull U.S. because I'm a U.S. citizen, but like, you know, Canadians or Chinese, or, well, I mean, Chinese wouldn't be putting anything negative online anyway, because their own government would fucking shoot them in the back of the head. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Anywhere else in the world, if you post something that violates their rules, they're gonna drag your ass to England and put you in their English jail. Which, you know, it's kind of like so Germany does this bullshit when you put up a video or anything on YouTube. Germany's got very specific laws about what can and can't be shown in their country, which is fine. They want to block me in their country, that's fine. What they don't get to do is they don't get to try to get my video taken down world fucking wide because it violates German law when I am not, in fact, a German citizen. And YouTube is not a German company, and we are not subject to German law outside of Germany.
Sometimes. I don't know where the line is. I've had a couple taken down specifically by Germany, and I've had a couple of shorts taken down because of apparently I made a very funny joke about Russia. It was so funny that they just ghosted it. It just disappeared. They didn't send me an email. They weren't like, "Hey, we're taking your video down because of whatever." It just vanished.
The joke that laughed so hard it faded into out of existence. Damn, that's crazy.
France is like that too. You can't take a picture of the Eiffel Tower. That violates their copyright laws.
Oh, wait. What? So wait a minute. An entire country has a copyright on a fucking monument?
Do you know how many people I know that have photos that went to France and took photos of that?
They are violating federal law in France.
That's
a violation of federal law. You can't.
Oof.
That's copyright. You can't take a picture.
And yet, you know, when that's violating federal law in France, but having a bunch of fucking jihadis run roughshod over your country and break your fucking monuments and shit isn't.
That's fine. Yeah, they're cool with that.
Stop being racist.
And the gay final supper, gay last supper is okay too.
Oof.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, and as far as that, like they keep going on about that. I know there were a lot of people really upset about that. I was kind of upset about that because it's like, dude, this is just crass. But,
it was.
You know, it's France, man. French people suck.
Yeah.
You know? Damn. Okay. The whole country, not a single one. What about the colonies?
Even their language is one of the dumbest fucking things ever invented.
Here's one of the issues here. You were looking at this through the wrong lens. We asked the French to do something they had no skill at. It did not involve running away, and so they failed.
See. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he's over there checking list. Yep. That checks out. Yep.
Yeah. No, but I do hear a lot of people going on about like, oh my God, it was so godless. So I was like, yeah, I mean, it's France. Yeah. They've been kind of that way since Rome took the papacy back.
Yeah. Yeah. That whole Age of Enlightenment bullshit that went.
Salty and a little lip-wristed.
Yeah. So well, and that was the thing. It's like the Age of Enlightenment led to the French Revolution, which led to the Reign of Terror, which none of which were like good things
at all.
You know.
At all.
So, by the way, fun fact: the terms we use for our political views, left and right, come specifically from the seating arrangement in French Parliament.
Well, that's a fun fact. I didn't know that. Ooh.
Yeah, the way left-leaning dudes were seated on the left side of fucking Parliament. The way right-leaning dudes were seated on the right side of Parliament, like physically. That's why we say right and left when we talk about
as you walk in, or
facing the president, the whatever his name, the commissar. I can't remember what they call him. But do you know why they separated them?
Because they would strangle each other.
Getting stabbed in the freaking Parliament, like they were standing around arguing, just like sitting wherever they wanted to, and then the voices would raise. Somebody would
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, man. You trying to tell me they're having Michael Jackson style knife fights in the motherfucking parliament. Dan, 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 and they got on that either side of that.
But it was less cool.
These are a bunch of French guys. Think about it.
I don't even know how you would say beat it in French.
Yeah.
That's sweet stab.
I'm pretty sure "ow" is universal.
No. You do not stab me with the rapier. No. Mon Dieu.
Right. So, I mean, I give the French a lot of shit, and I'm going to probably always give the French a lot of shit. I don't have a lot of respect for that country or its history or its people or its language or its stupid fucking number system or like.
What about Vercingetorix?
Yeah.
That's a cool name. That's the coolest name ever. I don't care what nobody says. That's one of the coolest, most badass names ever.
Yeah. Well, the reason that I bring this up, okay, so first of all, like I lost big respect for the French when I found out how long the Belgians resisted the Blitzkrieg, and how long it took France, a much larger and stronger country than Belgium, to fold.
Oof.
Right.
Well,
the Belgians lost, and they lost badly, but they fucking fought until it was clear that they lost.
But the French jettisoned their freaking leaders at about the same time Belgium failed. Holland failed.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know Sam has a point though, because it's like Gal getting into a fist fight with Dermy. We all know she's not. Well, in that case, she's gonna win, but at least Belgium fought.
See, and here's the thing: like the French, historically speaking, if you look back, there were some great French warriors, there were some great French armies. They've done some things, yes. However, if you look, the vast majority of those great feats that they accomplished were all against the fucking English.
I hear you.
They're only brave when they're against the English or when they're colonizing places like Vietnam.
Look, you can't give credit to the France for Joan of Arc. That was the power of God. It has nothing to do with where.
I was thinking of more like Charlemagne, but sure. We
I think he was an immigrant.
It might have been. And hey, you know what else? Like the Napoleonic Empire. Napoleon wasn't French either. He was fucking Corsican.
Right? He was almost Sicilian.
Ooh, that's a good point. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point, bro.
So what you're saying is that the bravest of the French weren't actually French at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, in fact,
this goes all the way back to pre-Roman times. Yes,
I will give you one exception, and that is William the Conqueror, right? Who came from Normandy, which is technically part of France, although his ancestors were not French; they were Norsemen.
What's up, Scully?
Yeah.
And then he ended up conquering England and changing the official language in England to France during his reign. Yeah, he was a big dude.
Yeah. That man's.
But yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, there's
born
a
in
circuit.
France, but his ancestors were Vikings. I'm just saying. So yeah, no, it's just they were only ever like die hard, gung ho warriors when it came to fighting England. That's it. The rest of the time they were invading other countries like French Guiana or Vietnam, or I think they were even in Afghanistan for a minute.
Jamaica, the Caribbean and shit. That shit.
But that's about it.
They did make a lick over there in that their bayou. They did make a lick over there, man. They got a whole city over yonder speaks French.
Sure.
Oh, and then there's Canada. Canada
it's funny.
French, if
well,
that
yeah, but I don't know if I'd count that as a win.
Let me point out that it's not
a
war crime. It's not a war crime until Canada does it.
No.
And what's even better? So France used to own a sizable portion of what became the continental United States, right? It was sold to us during the Louisiana Purchase by Napoleon, who was not French.
Oof. he sold it to us because was he trying to finance the war with Spain at the time?
Yep, I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought so. All right, that makes sense.
I don't think it was too long before
he has
started
his
going
empire
into Russia.
doing it. Think about it. Yeah, in Russia. Don't do that to yourself.
Don't. Yeah, if there's one great mistake that's on the history books that you should never ever repeat is never start a land war in Asia.
Yeah,
it's not a good idea. It's not going to go well.
It's like just a land known for having like an overabundance of human beings. Why would you even try that?
It's not even about the number of human beings, man. So like Hitler repeated the same mistake Napoleon did, right? He started a two-front war and he invaded Russia. Now the thing about Russians is that historically speaking, a lot of that country sucks ass. It's barren and it's cold as shit, and there's not a lot of resources. So what few resources they do have, they work really hard for. They suffer for.
Yeah,
their whole society is built on 1,000 years of suffering, right? So if you come in and you invade them, what they're going to do, they're not going to fight you head on, right? What they're going to do is they're going to destroy any resources they currently have, and they're going to move back. And the longer your supply lines, this is how they built Napoleon and Hitler. The longer your supply line is, the harder it is to maintain. And if you don't have anything around you that you can forage to supplement that, you're going to be in real fucking trouble. And they starved them out while starving themselves, because they were just like, we're Russian. We used to suffering, you know? And that's how it goes.
Pass me the vodka, comrade.
Right.
And
then when your spearhead is starving to death, right, then they swoop in and they fucking kill them all.
Potato peelings. I mean, they drink potato peelings, man. Even the Irish didn't get that far, bro.
It puts hair on your chest, comrade.
Right.
Do not disrespect the national drink of my country.
Vodka is my drink. Be nice.
Hey,
I got no hate for vodka.
It's very different than a lot of the stuff that they sell in the States, man.
Yeah, I bet. I'm willing to bet.
Like you can't get like genuine Russian vodka in the States without like doing some shenanigans with customs, because there's
something bad.
Even if we weren't like politically having issues with Russia at the moment because of the whole Ukraine thing, right? The potency of former Soviet bloc fucking beverages is against the law in the United States.
Damn!
Because it kills you.
That's crazy.
As an observation, there are two types of people in the world that regularly dance with bears, and they're rednecks and Russians.
Yep.
I can believe that.
Yeah,
I can believe.
Well, I mean, a lot of these guys, like not a lot of people live in Siberia, but the people who do live in Siberia don't really have a lot to do besides dance with bears. There's nothing up there but gulags every 1,000 miles or so.
There's
that
like
and breed
per hectare.
Yeah. It's cold as shit. There's hardly any fucking plant life. You know, occasionally you run into a tiger, which is bad because they'll kill you and eat you because there's not a lot of food.
You generally don't find out about that. It's like other people find out about that.
You want to talk about a bad day, man? It's crazy.
Did you know that there is a Russian word that I think I'm trying to remember what it is off the top of my head. I don't recall right off the top of my head. Anyway, it translates literally into cow. But that's not what it means in the context I'm about to bring up.
Uh-oh.
So in the gulag, right? Gulags typically don't have high security. And there's a reason for that, because they're placed in places like Siberia where you're 1,000 miles away from anything that could possibly save your
welcome
life.
to leave.
So even if you do escape, you're still dead. You know? So the only place that's got any food and water anywhere near you is the gulag. So you don't leave. So when people do plan their escapes, they often befriend a fatter fellow prisoner to take with them to eat later.
Oh wow!
Oh no!
And this word cow specifically refers to that fat dude.
That's I thought they were gonna go the old King Cheetah route. I mean, you played Magic the Gathering, right? You know what the flavor text from King Cheetah is? if you actually, if you and your friend are running from a king cheetah, trip your friend. That's what I was thinking they was going to do. So it's like with the whole context of the Siberian tiger. That's what I thought that was happening.
Oh yeah,
slowest.
We say the same thing about bears. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I thought that was happening. Though when you talk when they eat them, I'm like, ugh, brother. Ugh.
No, they eat them.
All you have to do is not be the slowest human.
Yeah.
If you're not the slowest human, you survive.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they picked the chubby one, is because he'll last longer.
Ugh. Yeah, I bet so. It will last longer. You have Ooh, can you imagine person leftovers?
The easiest one.
Oh my god!
Right. You
gotta put that in a Tupperware container or something like that. We still have some bit of ego that's still left.
I can explain this because
he still holds over good. He was good man, and he was also good.
Then you get far enough away from the gulag, they can't shoot you. Then you kill that guy. You strip him. You smoke him over a fire, and then you pack him out like pemmican.
Correct.
Assuming you can find enough dry brush to start a fire in the first place.
He was good man, and also
it's cold too,
man.
Just
yes.
I remember the word now. It's krova.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the word. Krova.
That's crazy. Ugh.
Yeah.
My point being that the Russians are an extremely pragmatic people. They will cede land all the way up to like Stalingrad. There comes a point in the sand where they go, you know what? Not one more step. And the next thing you have is a Russian tidal wave of guys beating you with rocks.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why would you even think about trying to go into a country like any of them? China, Japan. You got like armies and armies. Like, if you got like, at least 1 billion freaking motherfuckers you got to fight through, like, they ain't worth all that. Look, man, look, y'all got it.
You know, and that's why I've been saying since the beginning here. Like, people are like, "Oh, Ukraine's got a chance." No, they don't. If Russia wanted to fucking crush them, they would have done it on day one.
Exactly.
They don't have to let them survive. Like, Ukraine's fucked if Russia decides to end it today.
I feel the same way about Russia's aspect in this war as I do about ours. It is merely a convenient place to dump a lot of out-of-date munitions. Because Russia hasn't even really fired up a war machine over there, and this is a country famous for that.
Right, it's like the only good thing the Soviet Union ever actually mass-produced well is weapons of war. Like they could make a MiG.
Designed to build them. Yes, they do other things too, but they're designed specifically to build like airplanes and tanks and tractor engines and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But anyway, this is all kind of a long tangent to get around to the point that the French are weak and they suck. And to illustrate that, this actually comes to us from Shadow of Hawk. He showed me this earlier. Well, it comes from Klaus Arminius, but yeah, this was apparently this happened very recently. A stone cross in France, built in 1618 and listed as a historic monument, was destroyed by an immigrant gang. The mayor of Le Tréport see how stupid that language is? There's like fucking three consonants in that I didn't pronounce. Is convinced that this act has nothing to do with religious vandalism. If it was a mosque or a synagogue, the mayor would have declared it a hate crime, and I absolutely agree with that. Let's see. Let's zoom in on a picture a little bit here. But yeah, this was a nearly 500-year-old historical monument.
That's crazy. And it's gone in an instant.
Here's the thing. If this was a group of drunk Frenchmen that got together and did this, they would be in prison.
Yep.
But because it's a group of sober, supposedly, immigrants, it's just, rowdy youths.
Yeah.
It's the two-tiered justice that pretty much every country is having right now.
Yeah.
Free country. Somewhat free.
Like it's ramping up in the UK right now because the UK is kind of on its own, kind of not, kind of on its own. But the EU, France was one of the founding nations of the EU. They are part and parcel with all of that globalist shit, and it is happening all over Europe because the EU allowed this. not just France, not France by itself. I mean, I'm sure they would have because they're French, but it might have taken a little longer. I don't know. So he's fucking.
Are you making me a sandwich?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Nah, I'm opening something up. My bad. I've been grabbing a little quick treat, a sweet treat. I thought I'm grabbing it real quick. Sorry about that.
I think I might have triggered his gay button. I didn't mean to go so deep.
Hey, you motherfucker, you.
Sasquatch. Somebody.
You motherfucker, you motherfucker, you motherfucker. You motherfucker, you.
Turning all the frogs gay.
and the crows apparently.
Yeah, doggone it. Shouldn't have said it like that. Damn it. I'm gonna eat my damn. Oh, I was saying I'm gonna eat my cream pie, but that's even worse.
Be careful.
Context.
Oh, that's worse.
Damn it.
It gets worse. But wait, it gets worse.
Hey, you gonna eat that?
Hey, you know what? That reminds me of a joke. Caucasian Sasquatch. That this joke is going to show my age a little bit. I think to people in the chat who might not have been old enough to remember this.
Just as long as it doesn't have a hard R, it'll be all right, bro.
Oh no, it doesn't have a hard R.
Hard R.
What did Jeffrey Dahmer say to Lorena Bobbitt?
Yeah.
Something to do with,
Are you gonna
do
eat that?
penis. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah. That was a crazy thing with Lorena Bobbitt, man.
Not really. It's more common than you think.
Well, she honestly, Budafuko had that shit coming. Well, he did.
Are you victim blaming?
He had that.
How many? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You said it's more common. How many broads you know out here just cutting off dudes' wanguses, man? Come on.
You know what? If more of them did it to dudes who beat the shit out of them and raped them on a nightly basis, then yeah, I would be cool with it.
How are you talking about wife? I mean, just because she beats me and rapes me is
long ones,
recorded
twice as long as a man. Well, how do we know how long that is? Some men are longer than others. Your mother's been talking to you again about me, I see.
This is around the time that Luke Casely shows up. Right when we're discussing this topic.
I think we're in the clear.
First, we have to start talking about BD.
Because Luke Castley is currently live, so I think we might be in the clear.
Okay. Shout out to you, but stop showing up when we talk about the most egregious shit.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. How do we know that even though she's live, she wasn't actually listening? Because I've done that. I've been live.
Hope springs eternal, Larry.
What?
She's got multiple
Hope
screens.
springs eternal.
Okay.
Pandora did save that for us.
I'm just saying, like, she reminds me of Mary Poppins, man. You don't want to let her down.
Mary Poppins.
But we do anyway.
Yep. So something that came up. Did any of you guys get a chance to listen to the Musk Trump conversation on Monday?
Bits and pieces. Yeah, parts of it. Yeah.
Bits and pieces of it.
I sat through the whole thing. I listened to everything.
I think I missed like the last 17 minutes because I had to go live on somebody else's channel, but otherwise I'd listened to pretty much the whole thing. And so they got around to talking about. Look, I had shit to do. It is what it is. So they got around to talking about like the energy crisis, and they tied it into because Musk does buy a little bit into the climate thing, which I do. As those of you who followed this channel for a while know, I don't give a shit about the whole climate thing. I think it's basically a hoax to
bullshit.
sell us on inefficient and expensive bullshit.
Yep.
It's global cooling.
Actually,
that's what it is. Global cooling.
You and I have covered this, I think, once before. I think it was you and me because we hit upon a nuclear conversation at one point.
That's
And
where we're going with this, yeah.
I was explaining that there really is no such thing as nuclear waste because every step down is a different energetic function. You just build a different type of reactor for the next daughter elements in the equation. We just don't do it, is all.
Ooh.
So we can use the waste for something useful?
Yes, it'll make power. And whenever it's not, when it gets down to a certain level of
Sasquatch 2028, y'all vote. Okay. Make your vote.
So,
once you get
all right. So where I'm going with this is that they did get around eventually to talking about nuclear. Like Elon was talking about solar and how he thinks that's a good thing. I don't know how, because if you actually look at the fucking numbers, it is the single most cost ineffective and wasteful fucking form of energy, period. You end up bleeding off, I think, all but like 9%, 9 to 12% of the energy collected. And and they're stupid fucking expensive to set up and to maintain, and it's just not worth it. And they don't biodegrade, so landfill it is, and all that shit. If you're into that sort of thing, I guess. But anyway, so they did get around to talking about how nuclear was probably a really good option, provided we could get people, into that field. And the reason that I bring all this shit up is not so much about them, but apparently Germany disagrees, because they just did this.
That's not good.
On purpose?
It could be worse.
Yes. Now, this plant is shut down. This plant has been shut down for a long time. They're not releasing hazardous materials. They're simply demolishing it.
Yeah.
Are we tracking
because they're making a statement about nuclear bad.
Because they're retarded.
Yes, they're retarded.
Go ahead, knock yourselves back into the Stone Ages.
That's essentially it.
Why can't we use the ocean as energy?
You talking about hydrothermal?
You got the pressure.
Hydroelectric?
Just the movement of the water is energy. Why can't we use
tidal energy? I know you're talking
about. You have
to
stop it. The thing about that is somehow you have to build something to stop the tide. There's a story and there's a fable in there somewhere about stopping tides.
Well, so like Village is asking here about do they have a replacement plan? No, they don't. And here's the thing. So that particular power plant is the Grafenrheinfeld nuclear power plant, which was a symbol at one time of the country's energy independence. That final word is the key word here: independence.
Oh no.
Right. This is what they did there. This has nothing to do with climate change. Now they're talking about it like it has something to do with climate change, like it has to do with nuclear bad. Oh, we got to safeguard our stuff. It has nothing to do with that. This has to do with keeping people fucking dependent on the people who have the resources.
Ooh, bad business.
Yes, Zillage, it is. It's incredibly fucking stupid. Hydropower is not a bad idea either if you've got a constant source. Like the Hoover Dam, for example, generates a fuckload of power. It's not a bad idea, and we should make use of the resources that we have. I absolutely agree.
Yeah,
it does, but it does like one of the worst places on earth to put that much power. You either have to build a steam power, you gotta pipe
building a dam. You're making power out of the movement of water. So why not just put a plant at the bottom of the fucking ocean? If the pressure's really good down there, that's energy.
All right, one day we're going to have to sit down and talk about thermodynamic physics. That you don't get nothing for free, man. You've got to stop it somewhere so that it builds up kinetic energy for you to use. You're stealing.
Turn it in another direction.
No. Well, wait. You don't have to do that because they actually have. I've seen this guy actually develop a dynamo which uses wind power, but the way it's designed is the way that the way the foils on it is designed in a way that no matter where the wind is coming from, it's always hitting it and it's always doing it. So why can't you do that with the tide?
Well, you can, but that's exactly the same thing as stopping. You are stealing energy directly from the movement of the water. The problem is we've never managed to build anything that could survive the ocean ever. Something eats it, something hits it, something bites it, something pumps it. 1,000 years, and everything goes down.
We never had a car before the car was invented. So let's do it. Let's get to work.
No, we did. It was a horse-drawn carrot.
No, there you go.
One
We
horsepower.
simply changed from a living one to an inert one.
But it's a way. It's probably a way of doing it. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some investment to do it, but it is possible. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't feel like doing that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's possible. If you can do it with wind, you can definitely do it with the ocean.
I'm more interested in the oxygen rocks, frankly. I think that might be the answer if they can figure out what's up with that.
Oxygen rocks. So
Yeah.
that sounds like something that may have come from like another planet, or
No. There's these nodules of mineral deposits on the ocean floor that, for some strange reason, without any apparent addition of energy, they electrolyze water in their natural state. Which means there's hydrogen and oxygen coming off of it, but we're only measuring the oxygen because no one bothers to measure hydrogen, in an ocean.
So are you thinking that we could use the hydrogen that is given off by these particular rocks as a form of energy?
If not what's given off by the rocks, if we could figure out what is causing that to occur in situ, we might be able to reproduce it artificially on a level that's actually useful. That doesn't require huge input of energy to do, because we can electrolyze water today.
Yeah.
It's just that when you try to burn hydrogen in the presence of oxygen, you don't get a nice controlled explosion like you do with gasoline. You get something that blows the engine apart and then sucks it back in. Actually,
But we still need nitrogen too.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting. I think that one of the single most abundant molecules, elements even in existence, is in the case of hydrogen so extraordinarily reactive. It's
almost
shit is everywhere, by the way, everywhere
except here.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the sun is essentially a hydrogen furnace.
Yep.
It is.
Hydrogen powers that.
Yes.
There are other elements involved, but yes, it's essentially burning a ball of hydrogen.
Yeah.
Which, of course,
I mean, we do have the hydrogen in abundance, but it's in the form of water now because of the pressure and the mixing with oxygen.
Yeah. Zilla just asking about geothermal. I don't know that I trust geothermal, because I think that, like, in order to get the kind of energy output that, or to make that sustainable, you'd have to do it over volcanically and tectonically unstable areas, and I think that tapping into that might enhance the volatility a little bit, and that there could be a risk there of bigger problems.
The really issue with geothermal is the EPA. Every single geothermal source in the United States is currently within the bounds of a national park or some other affiliate. So in order to build a geothermal in the U.S., you have to get past that.
Sure. That's I get that. The red tape is awful, and it is fucking everywhere, and the EPA should probably be fucking abolished, because they've done nothing that serves anyone anywhere ever. But my concern is that if we say tap into a particularly spicy vein of magma or whatever, in a place where there may be, there's plenty of it, right? But the mere act of like drilling down that far and tapping into that, and I realize that this is probably, statistically less likely to happen than I'm imagining it in my head. But what if we exacerbate the problem and we end up cracking the continent in half?
I'm kind of for this now.
That would suck.
Hold on. Let's think this through.
That's crazy.
Just not guarantee you that California would finally fall into the ocean if we could crack the continent.
I mean, I'm good with that part.
Me too.
That was it. What was that? Wasn't that the plot of like Superman either one? I think.
Yep.
Wasn't
Superman
that?
78. Yep. Yeah, that was. He was so. Lex Luthor was going around buying up all this worthless desert in fucking Arizona and Nevada and Utah, and because it was going to become beachfront property.
Yep. Because he had a nuke going right on down there. He was going to blow that motherfucker slam off. California was going to be the new Atlantis.
Could you imagine if today there was just an our West Coast was in Central Arizona. Just think about all the things that would never have happened. The 7th season of Game of Thrones, not even an issue.
Bill Hicks talked about it. He called it the cool, calm serenity of Arizona Bay.
Yeah, it's like California, if it didn't sink, of course. California would literally be an island.
It needs to be.
It could be an island, or we could go underneath it and sever it from its roots in the earth and just kind of float it on over to China, since they fucking love the commies so much.
Oh wow, you really are.
Yeah. It's a long float.
You're going to give them California, man? Come on. Damn.
Well, I mean, at least they could finally actually have Hollywood instead of just having Hollywood.
So okay,
I mean,
so
they already have it. They might as well physically have it too.
Are you gonna stop it just in California? Are you gonna do Washington, Oregon?
Well, yeah, Canada, Washington, Oregon need to go too.
But there's not a whole lot of people in Washington. I mean, let's be honest. They're all on the coast.
They're basically Canadians anyway, right?
The wave should clean some of that up.
You think
Portland needs to go. The rest of Oregon's okay. Portland's got to go.
But if you got to think of the survivors and everything else like that. They're gonna move, and then they're gonna take that same crap everywhere. If you're gonna do it, you got to get them all in one fell swoop.
Yeah. So listen, this is an argument that's been coming up in rebuttal to my willingness to just write California off as a natural disaster. is that there are still good people here? There's still good people here. I was like, yeah, but they've had decades and decades to get the fuck out.
Yep.
Right.
At this point, it's kind of on them, isn't it? Isn't it?
You're doing the Sodom and Gomorrah argument.
Now they've been permissive of this situation for far too long. I kind of feel the same way about Atlanta, to be honest. We call it the lost city of Atlanta.
I call it Sodom and Gomorrah, Georgia. That's what I call it.
I'll be sure to tell Devil for you.
I'm there now.
How you feel
Oh,
about
Devil
it.
knows.
Devil
knows. I've made no secret of my hatred of California.
Technically, this was his idea to destroy it.
I don't believe you, dude. I don't think Satan himself could be as diabolical as California or Disney.
We got the hell out of California as fast as we could.
Did you?
I don't blame you.
And honestly, and financially, it took donations from other people for us to get up out of there because of all the taxes and everything we were paying. I mean, they literally make it almost impossible to even move out of that state.
Wow. So, like, once you get there, you're almost trapped.
You're stuck, man. And
you got to pay an exit tax, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, yeah. There was a congressman started that about 4 years ago. But, yeah, California's officials, if you got any kind of money, they're so pissed off that businesses are leaving that they're taxing them on money that's already been taxed to leave the state. I mean, they're even trying to go into their bank accounts to take the money. I think it was like 50% of their income.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Man. I guess I'll never go to California. I'm not even trying to even stay there to visit. Just in case I break a leg or something, I got to be there for like to my leg heal or something. I'm not.
Well, if you want to add something to your house, you got to pay. You got to pay on the northern. You got to pay more money than it costs to add that thing to your house.
Yep. And that's if you don't. And that's if you don't get robbed. As if you don't get robbed there. I mean, you heard what happened to Adam Schiff, one of the congressmen out there. He went somewhere and he flew into San Francisco on a flight, and his car got broken into. He had a suit and everything because he was going to some kind of benefit, a fundraiser for him for his campaign. Somebody broke in his car and stole all his suits.
Oof. That's crazy.
Wait, you mean there are now well-dressed, short, fat, homeless people in California?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like the 70s with the pimps. They're looking like pimps out here. Excuse me, where's my bitches? They look just like pimps now.
Maybe the G coming in. California just needs to be required to watch both major news sources at least before voting. Which major news sources would that be? Would be my question. Like specifically, which major news sources?
That would be the blast radius on Sunday. You can find it on Captain Curmudgeon's channel. That's it. Yeah,
plug.
You know, because I mean, like there are a number of major news sources I could list off. Not all of them have anything to do with the United States. For example, Al Jazeera, major news source. Sky News, major news source. Both of them are extremely biased.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, you gotta be
but
careful.
you know, like if you're talking about like the difference between Fox and MSNBC,
Hold on.
the same
Yeah, I
people
was
own it.
just to say that's
They're-
not
they're-
even a difference,
yeah.
dude.
They're all
They're
on the
both
same
carrying
side.
water for the same side.
They're all on the same. It's a puppet show. They all got the same boss.
Yeah.
It's a puppet show. They're pretending to hate each other.
Yeah, any
Pretend
mainstream
world.
media in the United States, at least in the visual medium, is all owned by the same like 2 or 3 companies that are all owned by the same shell corporation. It all goes
Yeah.
back to that. Fun fact:
Which
the MS in
is
MSNBC
crazy.
stands for Microsoft.
NBC.
Just saying.
MSM. Yep. Microsoft,
Which is
NBC.
crazy when you think about it. That all of them is owned by at least one. It's by 2
is
It's
people.
either
Really?
Comcast, News Corp, Disney.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Viacom, and there's another one. What's the fifth one?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it's which I think especially considering that they're supposed to be like
Time
unbiased
Warner.
media,
That's
um,
Time Warner.
there might be some antitrust violations there.
Oh, yo, speaking of antitrust, what about that thing with Google? How y'all feeling about that?
Which thing? It's a lot of things.
Specifically, which thing? Google's
The
all over the
department-
fucking place.
Google's in a lot of
The Department of Justice is actually declaring that Google is a monopoly, and they're
Yeah.
going through the process of getting it broken up.
I mean, they've been a monopoly for a long time, so
Yes, they
Yeah,
have.
but it's just got declared.
Yes,
Federal
Yeah.
government
That is true.
themselves has said no, Google. That's bad.
So that's what
Just
I'm saying.
like
So now,
Montel back in the 70s, the idea is that they're going to break it up. But here's one of my questions:
mhm.
Google is the largest search engine on the planet.
Correct.
YouTube is the second largest. But that being said, they outsource most of their search to Google. So what's this going to do to YouTube?
Yeah. YouTube
Well,
would definitely change
so-
if they did that, though.
If I remember right, both Google and YouTube are actually in turn owned by a company called Alphabet.
Alphabet,
which is,
yes.
Alphabet.
yeah, which is a much larger and I don't believe U.S. based conglomerate.
Mhm.
So
It is.
I don't know.
When really what this is coming down to, they have been determined to be a monopoly, but it was a
Yeah.
monopoly on advertising,
Yes.
according to the court case itself. And is this going to make?
So,
is
so
this gonna
it's about
force
ad
the-
share dollars. That's got nothing to do
It
with
is.
like what's
It absolutely
right.
is.
Yes. So then, what happens after that? Is it going to change up the environment now? Because mostly, I know Elon and the dude from Rumble was a part of that lawsuit against
Chris.
them.
Yeah, Chris.
Chris. So yeah. So now, if they're going to break up the advertising monopoly that they have on this, is this going to make things more? I guess I hate to use this term, equitable, but will it make be a better environment in terms of like independent, people who are not on?
Okay.
I think
So-
it'll be the same because the monopoly is not the companies. The monopoly is the ideology. You can break it up to 100 different
Dude,
companies.
that's
If they're all
pretty deep.
beholden to
That
one
is.
ideology, it's still a monopoly.
Oof.
That's true. Well, I mean, all you got to do is look back a couple years ago when what the fuck was it called? Parler got shut down
Yes.
by all of the
Oof.
big supposed competitors.
That
coming
was
against
crazy.
Because they went with
which is illegal
AWS,
in this country, by the
Amazon.
way.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
what else
isn't
did
it-
you go with beyond AWS?
But isn't that the
Again, what'd you say?
What else are they going to go with? What's the alternative to AWS?
Build your own like Rumble does. They built their own.
So it
server.
doesn't exist, is what you're saying. So what were they supposed
That
to
is
do?
correct. Build their own like Rumble did.
Yeah.
I know
That
it's
is
hard.
that is
It's
great.
tough.
That is great. What were they supposed to do in the moment?
But
They
knew
were
it was
building a
coming.
platform.
They
Yeah.
knew
So
it
sure,
was-
they put the cart before the horse.
but they knew what Amazon was about. So
Everybody does. So we're on YouTube right now. Rumble's on it. Everybody does. So like you're being idealistic by saying that. Like, what's stopping you from doing it?
I don't have billions of dollars, which is what it costs to buy a server farm.
Neither did Parler.
I understand that. I understand that. But in order for this to work, you have to have your own server.
So talk
That's
to
why they
Elon,
got
I
shut
guess.
down, because
So you-
the
so you
enemy
need- you need
owned
funding.
the heart of their company.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that in order to do this, in order to safeguard yourself from like that kind of collusion, is that you'd need some kind of funding, some kind of backing in order to build your own shit. The problem with that is then all of a sudden you have investors that you have to answer to, and if you are not very careful about who you're taking fucking money from, you're going to end up in exactly the same
That is
boat down
true.
the road.
That is true.
You're gonna
That
be a
is true.
fucking
I didn't say
Harry
it was
Oswald
easy.
and shit.
Let me
didn't
put
say
it
it
this
was
way.
easy.
Let me put it this way. Okay, so Elon Musk is obviously like he's very much against like at least outwardly very much against things like Google owning everything, right? But he is also on record as stating that he wants X to be the home of everything. He wants you to go there to shop. He wants you to go there to communicate, to get your entertainment, to get your news, to schedule doctor's appointments. He wants you to use X. He calls it the everything app. Right, or at least that's his ideal for the future. How is that not a fucking monopoly, especially if it's the only thing that everybody uses everywhere?
I don't agree with that. You're supposed to get what Steve Jobs' original business model was. You're supposed to go to other people for these companies. I build the phone. You go over there for the the protector of the phone, the jacket for the phone. You go over there for the charger. You go over here. That was his original idea. You're not supposed to do all those things, because that's that's monopoly in it.
And I like Musk in general, but I think that in some ways, like him going against this Google monopoly is really just him taking the competition out.
Yep.
Yes.
So I don't know that it will
nature.
change anything in the long term. Short term, sure, but in the long term, no, it's not really going to change much.
Musk is not the
Do you
savior.
think he's one of them, Samuel? Do you think Elon is one of them?
I think that it's entirely
What
possible.
do you mean by
I
one
have
of them,
suspicions.
sir?
One of them. You know,
locals?
those people.
What do you mean, you people?
Look, dude has tied to the WEF in his youth. He hired a current WEF chairman to head his company X.
Yeesh,
Right.
yeah.
I think that there's a
Beyond that.
good chance that he is in fact not the good guy that everybody thinks he is. I want him to
Are
be
you
because I
aware?
like some of his ideas, but some of his ideas terrify me. Neuralink is scary as fuck. I don't want
I'm
that
not
to happen to
getting shit in
anybody.
my head. Sorry, I'm not getting shit in my head. Nope.
But I'm on board with the Mars
I've never
Project.
talked
I
to
know
Siri
Spotch and I have
before. How
gone
am I
rounds
gonna
about
put a
that.
computer in my
I've
head?
got
I've
an
never
answer
talked
for
to
us for
Siri
borders.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know that he is. I think he's better than a lot of other people out there, but I don't know that he is the good guy that everybody keeps saying he is. Or conversely, they say he's Hitler. I don't think he's pure fucking evil either.
He's a human being,
You know.
and human beings do what human beings will do. They will do the things that will make most sense and most convenience for them.
Yes.
I think
So-
like Trump, he tends to listen to people around him who are not good for him.
True. I can believe that too.
I have an answer for globalism.
Uh-oh.
You want the whole borders question
Uh-oh.
answered in one go? I got it.
Blow up the globe, right?
Nope.
Okay. That was
Let's reinvent manifest destiny. They won't open borders. Let's start adding states, baby.
Starting with
Mexico?
Israel.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
I mean, I honestly, if we were going to start adding states, honestly, the first one in line who should get it, who probably earned it, was Puerto Rico. But
yeah.
Sure. No, of course we had the provinces start to let's right out the rip, and then let's go get Cuba and what's that one where they're eating people? Haiti. We could just send a handful of rednecks down there with some shotguns.
we're taking Haiti. We got to take
It
the
won't
Dominican
It won't
Republic
take long
too.
to take Haiti.
I
Do
mean,
that.
they are
Do that
there,
at 3:00.
right?
We don't want like a Northern Ireland situation with the Dominican Republic, so we got to take them too. It's
But I
Haiti,
think they go
Dominican
along
Republic,
with it.
same island.
Once they didn't have to deal with Haiti, once they saw the folks from Florida and New York show up in Haiti, they'd be like, "Oh, whoa, wait a second. Wait,
From
can we get
Florida?
in on some of this?"
You telling me when Florida man sets foot on fucking Haiti's shores, they're gonna see that as a good thing?
As opposed to Mr. Barbecue, El Presidente Barbecue? Yeah.
I mean, here's Here's the difference. Like your swamp folk in Florida, right? Maybe they don't eat you, but they're certainly going to feed you to something else.
Well, it might. Just stay cool, dude. You can't upset the local wildlife.
Yeah,
That's
including
problem.
Florida, man. No,
That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about the animals. That's what they're going to feed you to.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's certainly a thing. I put out a post a couple of weeks or earlier this week because I'm just kind of sick to death of the NATO thing, right? I'm fucking tired of it. I'm tired of the UN. I'm tired of NATO. They're both fucking useless, outdated organizations that need to go the way of the dinosaur. And even if they don't, we don't need to be a fucking part of them. But that said, if they're going to continue to take U.S. money, I'm going to tell you right now what it is if they're going to continue to take U.S. money, they can either stop expecting handouts from us, stop expecting our troops and our weapons and our money to fucking fund their defense, right? Or they can submit to U.S. hegemony.
Sounds like
those are their
patriotism
options.
Here.
They become de facto part of the United States, subject to our laws.
What's up, Steve? Welcome in, bud. Good to see you.
I say if we're going to do this empire thing, let's fucking do it.
Love when you
Right?
talk
I'm
nationalism.
aroused. Hello.
Otherwise, fuck everybody. Give us our money back, and we'll go over here, and you can fuck off. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think we have to go empire, but I think, yeah.
I got two ways to look at it here. Either we go isolationist and we just stack cash, right? Or manifest destiny.
Yeah.
Open borders,
pretty
but
much
they're
how I
all
look at it.
states.
I would prefer
State of
isolationism.
Bolivia.
State of Bolivia. Nobody wants Bolivia.
Yeah. See, once you take the rest of South America, it's like lesser of all evils. You just get what's left.
It becomes the Quebec of South America. Yeah, I gotcha.
That's hilarious.
You'd think it'd be French Guiana, but it's Bolivia.
Are you sure it's not like Finland? Are they not like South American doofies?
I don't know. Let's put a big dead whale on their property and see what happens.
Oh no!
Right. If they eat it, they're newfies. If they blow it up, what that
That's the test. That's how we test whether you're one of us or not. Whether you belong with us or not. Even if you're a little weird like the Newfies. Newfies are cool. They're weird, but they're cool. The Quebecois, as far as I'm concerned, are like the French, but worse.
They're just French.
Yeah. Well, they think they're even better than the actual French. That's the problem.
See, well, they are because they ran farther.
You know what kills me about that too is they've got such a strong sense of like French identity in Quebec, so strong that they forced every other province in Canada to adopt French as a second national language and forced all of their signs and all of their papers and shit to be written in both languages just for the fucking Quebecois. And they still have the English monarch on their currency.
And
Does that know
France
what
can't do
Quebecois
that.
Nova
is?
Scotia.
What's that? Go.
Does the chat know what Quebecois is and means?
Yeah, that's the elitist bullshit term that the people in Quebec use for themselves.
Scully's from Louisiana.
It
I
just
bet he knows.
means the people of Quebec. But I was just making sure because normally you're good about that stuff, but I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
That is their autonomer.
Oh, wait. No, she couldn't picture it in her head how it would be to be someone in chat.
Let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. So, but yeah, fuck the Quebecois, even harder than the French, as far as I'm concerned. You know, some Canadians are cool, not their parliament, not their little bastard offspring of Fidel Castro, you know, who's running, quote unquote, running shit with his high fancy socks and is sitting like a fucking woman, like he's got no nuts to, you know, think about when he sits. Not that guy, but some
Wait a minute.
Canadians.
Canada,
That's crazy, dog. I could never see myself sitting with my legs crossed like that. Like, how the fuck do you pull that off?
He's
like,
nutless.
that's
And there's no
crazy,
woman
dog.
He has no
attracted to that,
testicle.
by the
That
way.
man,
He's nutless.
that man has no dick.
That is insane. I ain't trying to say I'm like the most packingest dude in existence, but I can't even see that. That looks Yes, it looks painful as fuck.
And you're not going to win any ladies with that. Any woman's reaction to that is like, why are you sitting like us? Stop. Yes. Like, you look like a woman right now. I'm going to go.
It dries the poom right on out. I know.
Yeah. You got
y'all seen that side by side of him and Michelle Obama, right?
Yeah.
Michael.
See, I'm not saying that. I'm not going nowhere near that. See.
It's going to take me a minute to bring it up, but I'll try and bring that shit up on screen. I got to find it first. But yeah, it's
I see it.
UFC just had her a little rebuff back and forth with JD Vance about the very same thing. Apparently, she man spreads.
What do y'all think about Vance? Y'all like him?
I don't know enough about him.
I think he's
there's rumors and shit.
Is he Pence 2.0?
I think he's insurance. First of all, he kind of sucks as far as like the actual litigant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you kill Trump, now you have to deal with him.
So that protects Trump. You don't get a guy that they want. You get a guy that they hate more than you.
Yeah. Although I find it hard to say.
Bulletproof vest. Okay, I got it.
I had a thought about that actually, about the assassination, if I may.
Here we go.
The ass. Go ahead.
No. This is actually something that should have occurred to me way sooner. If Trump was wearing a plate carrier, you'd be able to see it, right? I mean, almost certainly he's a big man. It's not likely he's wearing even with some ultralight armor. But ultralight armor only stops pistol rounds at medium range.
Yeah.
Like some of that light armor will permit pistol rounds even at like close range. If it's like point blank, it's not that it doesn't stop it. It doesn't stop it before it gets into your body, right? So it can still kill you. The 5.56 at the range he was shooting, soft armor is not going to stop that at all. So why go for the headshot if he's not wearing a plate carrier and you have overpowered the armor before you pull the trigger? I'm so confused about that.
Well, yeah, I know about the CMS. You got to go for the center mass shot.
Center mass was what you should do, especially given the circumstances that the chances of Trump wearing a plate carrier is virtually
very low. Yeah,
very low.
Okay,
so you put 5 rounds across a man who's 6'5" instead of 1 through his ear.
I mean, that's definitely a point.
Yeah, but the shooter was not a professional shooter. He was just.
Then why did he go for a headshot?
Because he was emotional, I think. He was emotional about what Trump was saying, and he said, I'm going to take his head off. This dude was not a smart dude. He wasn't.
Okay. I'll buy that. That was a very dumb decision.
Also, the reason why you would go for the headshot, because it's definitely in most cases going to be mortal in many cases if done correctly. If he hadn't turned his head, he would have been out of here.
His boss told him that this is because no other rally was televised on this many screens. His boss said, we want the world to see his brains going out the back of his head. Go for his head.
Dog, could you imagine if he had succeeded? Man, shit.
It'll be people fighting right now.
Unfortunately, I can't imagine that. I can imagine that very well. I can imagine.
It'll make George Floyd look like a freaking disagreement at Chuck E. Cheese's.
But the thing about it, Sasquatch,
reprisal of Gettysburg.
The reason why they want to do that is because I would definitely say that clue is on to something. But just in case, maybe if he is wearing, because maybe he thought about, okay, just in case he may have been wearing something that may not have led to automatic fatality, then a headshot is probably the way to go. If you really want to get somebody out of there.
I hear you, but at the same time, sitting here from where I'm sitting, at the time of it taking place, I was like, yeah, no, he's wearing armor. He's going for the headshot. That's what. But the more I thought about it, the less that makes sense, because you've already broken the armor. That 5.56 at 130 feet yards will punch clean through that vest if he's wearing one. And I wouldn't put money on him actually wearing anything bulletproof at all.
Okay. Oh. Here's what nobody is talking about.
Okay.
What was going on at Mar-a-Lago that made him late to the rally in the first place? Nobody's talking about that. What was going on there?
You did bring that up in the Telegram.
Because I watched it live with Ryan on his I watched the whole.
I missed it. I blame Sam. It was Sam's fault.
And no one's ever talked about it after that. Once the whole attempt happened, everybody, even that whole entire story about Mar-a-Lago got buried like a champ.
I mean, I posted it in Telegram. Why is he late? What's going on in Mar-a-Lago? I think we need to start asking people what went on there. Why was he late?
Yeah, that's a good question, man.
Inside job, y'all. Inside job. You got all these DEI girls. I'm gonna be
Speaking of inside jobs, here is here's an example of inside seams.
Oh,
Find it.
Come on, man.
I don't want to see Mike and his bitch.
by the way,
That freeze frame is killer.
and let me ask you guys this, because I came across a couple articles today.
What's up with
Did
this
you-
nigga's socks?
How about that?
I know,
Sorry,
right?
Go ahead, Lauren. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lauren.
Yeah, but no, did you guys know that Trump is suing the Biden/Harris administration for $100 million for that raid that they did on Mar-a-Lago?
See, that's what I said. Something over there. Something we need to
Hold
know.
on. Not
over
only
there.
that's something else too, and I found this out today. New York kicked RFK Jr. off the ballot. They claim, the judge claimed that he doesn't really live in New York, even though he's able to prove that he does live in New York and is registered to vote there legally. And also found out that other states are also trying to pull the same thing, and they suspect that the Democrats are behind this. They're trying to get him off the ballot.
It makes sense. It makes because they don't want the vote. They don't want the run the risk of the vote getting split.
They
Yeah.
don't want to split.
The vote, yeah.
So when they cheat, the cheat can be a better sale without RFK.
Oh,
if
see,
you got
see.
They've already
RFK, it's going to be a
cheated.
tough sale.
Bro, you can't have a nominee without a nomination. So
No.
like we
And you notice how they're all of a sudden they're fast tracking naturalizing immigrants.
Yep, they said that too. They're doing that. They're probably trying to pull out all the stops for this. They're trying to like a champ.
And it's funny and it's stupid because no one's gonna believe that Harris won. Nobody's gonna believe
Nobody. Nobody likes this bitch, y'all.
that. Democrats aren't
They
gonna
didn't like
believe it.
her 4 years ago, and they still don't like her.
Even
have you
even
looked at her election history? Just look into her election history. She has only won one election against a non-Democrat opponent. In
hit it
history.
on her back.
Oof.
Yeah.
Now that's the crazy thing about it. You got everything. You got the light skin. You don't look like the average mud duck that's crawling across the hood, and still and even Nibbers don't like you. Nibbers don't like you. Hold on, wait a minute.
She locked Nibbles up constantly when she was running California.
But no, if one thing I know that is Nibbers and Simps, and if you can't get simp ass matriarchal minions of the MAGA militia to fall in love with you because you got light skin and titties and the P sleeve, and you still fucking up, that's crazy.
Well, you know why she can't get any headway.
I don't think I've ever heard it called a peace league before.
That's
Don't
that's
encourage
Coach
you.
Greg Adams.
Don't encourage you. Listen, I find it funny that she's running specifically for a demographic that she herself cannot define.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we're gonna what platform are you running on? I'm running on being a woman. What is a woman?
You sure?
What?
You sure you're running on
I don't
a
see it, dude.
platform of being a woman? Because
I don't see the level of cognitive dissonance that these people are spraying all over my logical fallacies bothering me. I'm telling you. Dude.
They is laying it on thick. They is not letting this broad say nothing.
But
Nothing.
it's like
You
con-
quote-
it's like Tommy
You
Bukaki.
quote unquote,
all over your
allegedly black, but you got a white husband. You think
There's
Barack
a-
would have won with a white wife?
Oof.
He wouldn't even have made it past the primary with a white wife.
Yeah,
Everything says
true.
no.
Well, look,
with this
none of these guys out there who are saying like, oh, one race good, one race bad, or one sex good, one sex bad. None of these people who are out there pushing this shit actually live by what they say.
At
AOC
all.
is her man is a ginger.
No, not a ginger.
Freckles,
No.
pale skin, Jufro and all.
Yep.
The whitest of the white.
Well, the black man is not black anymore. He's toxic
Hold on now.
masculinity.
My baby mama, 14 of my children are gingers.
Oof.
Well, I hate to break the news to you, but
Some of them make mine.
soulless little runts.
Oof.
Let's see. I think I got
Black
something for
pill
that spot.
time.
King of the Hill.
I
What's
have
his
something
name?
for that. Hold on.
Yeah, man. Oof. Shout out to that redhead that was dancing with AOC and that college video thing. That thing right there. Yeah, I'm talking right there. That's something right there, that boy. Yeah, I don't know who he is. Somebody need to find out and make sure she all right. Yeah. We're going on a redhead hunt for that one. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
AOC pisses me
Carthy
off.
News says
Face pisses
unscramble
me
the
off.
word ginger, and there's 500
Hold
different
on,
words,
tell
but
me
only
more.
one of them is funny
Oh,
and
yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know.
Is it
First one
ginger?
goes in.
Is ginger the funny and uncomfortable one?
This one.
I'm just saying, like, they're an endangered species, especially as far as fucking.
No, they're
politics
not.
concerned.
We have a small enclave.
What
of
is
them
he talking
down
about?
here in York.
Niger only has one G. I think he's wrong.
I think you're forgetting one.
They
Niger
be an
only
endangered
has one
species if
G.
I was there. I'm telling you right now, I'll be putting my game down solid flat, Jack.
No,
Every
here's the
redhead
problem.
I see.
But Crow, listen. If you do that, what comes out is not redhead.
Okay, I'm willing to live with that. I'm willing to live with that. That's okay. Look, hey, look, I can't live forever, so you know what I'm saying. Wait, hold on, wait a second. No. There are some melanated folk with a little bit of melanated skin that do have red hair.
But if
A little
you
bit of freckles.
impregnate a Irish redhead,
Yeah.
you're not going to get one of those high yellows you're talking about. That's not going to happen. That's not the way that works.
What you gonna get?
Try though. I'm
Squatch.
down for you trying. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want you to be disappointed,
We're gonna
brother.
need some. Yeah, we're gonna need some experimentation on that. So I'm gonna have to book a flight to the homeland of my ancestors and then see what happens. I'll let you know.
It sounds
I'll
like
let
a
you know.
Nigerian Irishman. Kenyan Irish.
That's not what Black Irish means.
No.
I see what you did there.
God, I'm a bastard. Anyway, Zillage here has an actual serious question. He's been wanting to ask. I've been hearing a lot about Project 2025, and I know nothing about it. Apparently, Trump disavows it, and the legacy media says he supports it now. Okay, so Project 2025 is an independent civilian organization who are, coming up with like what they think, we need to get back to as a country. Now, some of their claims are a little fucking out there. Some of them are common sense. It's a whole thing. But anyway, they're I think even they call themselves right wing. But the media
Foundation.
Yeah. So the media has painted this whole thing as like, oh my gosh, Trump's going to do all these fucking things. And no, he isn't. I mean, some of the stuff, yes, is in line with some of the things that he's lined out for his actual policies. But
Trump's
it's
got
not
a private thing that he did. Flow State, whatever, all of it. He calls it Project 45.
right.
No,
But this,
yeah, 40, Protocol 47 or something like that.
Agenda 45. It's Agenda 45 or 47.
Yeah.
47 because
Yeah.
he'll be the 47th president. Anyway,
Yeah.
so but his thing, what he's doing, what he's actually running on is separate from this. This is a civilian project.
But isn't Project 2025 supposed to go forward no matter who's president?
Well, that only depends on if they get the backing to push it forward, because like the Heritage Foundation is going to have to, introduce like bills and stuff like anybody else. They're going to have to get people to back them on this. They're going to have to lobby like a motherfucker, like anybody else. There's nothing special about the Heritage Foundation in terms of, any other kind of PAC or special interest group, right? So they have to go through the same hoops as everybody else. Now, if they've got enough funding that they can throw at politicians, they'll probably be more likely to get their shit passed. But it's not just going to happen, So let's see. I had it somewhere. Let me see if I can.
It's Project 47, I think what it is. Let me see. Is it Project 47?
I think it's Agenda, because it's Project 2025 and Agenda 47.
You might be right. Hold on a second. I may be thinking it. Yeah, it is Agenda 47. You're right.
So
I'm thinking something else.
I gotta scroll way the fuck back to find this thing, because I don't think I saved it. But there was a post that listed out all the things that they want to do, or was I thinking of something else? Yes, there's stuff. I don't actually have this in front of me. Fuck.
Flow State spent about 5 shows going over 3 a night for a week or so.
You want the PDF for it?
It's a big PDF. It is.
It's big.
It's like a Bible.
Here you go.
It's huge.
I put the link in the back if you want to download it. It looks pretty. And that's just crazy.
He did a series of videos about each individual headline on that PDF.
Yeah.
And he kind of explains a little bit of it. That's what Flow State went over, were the Truth Social videos.
Shout out to Flow State.
All right.
Salute to him.
So, all right. Mandate for leadership, the Conservative Promise 2025. Now, again, this is a small group of people who are going around saying, on behalf of all conservatives who all agree with us and all think exactly like us, and this is how we're going to do everything, because harumph, like that. It's more of that shit. But
yeah.
I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
I'm the voice of all conservatives, and this is
shame. Like, look, I'm not above making fun of the right. Sometimes they do goofy shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Big time.
Nuclear.
So this is quite the project. This is page 1 of 922. We are not going over this entire thing, just so you're aware. But yeah, actually, now that I've got this, Zillage, you got my email. If you want me to, I'll email you the link to this so you can read it in full at your leisure as well. But yeah, this basically goes over some stuff. There was something in there, I think, not too long ago about wanting to bring back or maybe it might not even have been in this. It might have just been a meme, but about bringing back 90s era Pizza Hut. And then like there was this other meme that a lot of people took really seriously, including me for a second, about Kamala coming out and saying that 90s era Pizza Hut is racist and shouldn't be allowed to become a thing again. it was all thing. But yeah, they lay out a lot of stuff. So we'll go over the table of contents here. They got their advisory board, click on this and it talks about who contributed to the thing, the authors of various things. There's a foreword apparently. This is a goddamn novel. So Section 1, taking the reins of the government, White House office, executive office of the President of the United States, central personalized agencies managing the bureaucracy. So these are essentially lining out what they want to happen. But there's no guarantee that this will happen. And this is not something that Trump himself is endorsing. If that makes any sense. So
yeah, it does.
I kind of see it as a red herring. Not to drop too hard a pun on it. I kind of see it as a red herring in that this was put out by the rhinos and the Never Trumper party over there to be a big, huge almost a
Distraction.
false flag. Well, not more of an albatross to try to hang on Trump.
Yeah. Well, and that could easily be 100% a thing here. So the problem is that not everybody on the right wants Trump to win. Some of them don't give a fuck if the commies win, as long as it's not fucking Trump. I don't understand what their beef is.
Right.
They all made money under him too. Just saying. You know, but he's like anathema to a lot of these guys. So they will go out and they will sabotage any way they can. So I could be persuaded that this whole thing may in fact be an attempt, like Sasquatch is saying, to kind of put something out there and tie it in the public's imagination to Trump's name to sabotage him, kind of thing. It's possible.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put a drive-in on my RV when I get it. Yep.
Yep.
The drive-in would be drive-in theater would be so great.
But
I think
look
they
at
should,
it.
they're just sitting
I'll pull
there.
up
They're
to
just
anywhere.
taking up
to
space.
go
Nobody's using
camping.
them.
I'm going to pull up to anywhere to go camping and find the random side of something, hang a big ass sheet, and turn on my projector.
There you go. That's a drive-in.
Right?
You buy a bunch of land. Just buy. If Bill
I don't
Gates can
need
buy
that.
farmland, you can buy drive-in land too.
I guess so.
Indeed.
Just drive in and watch a good
so-
movie. Play the sound through your sound system that you spend so much money on your speakers and all that. You can hear the movie through your sound system.
Sure. So what I'm going to do, rather than going over that whole thing, because I need to read it myself and I'd rather not do it live.
I read page
But
1 and 2.
I'm gonna take the link to the PDF and I'm gonna pin it into my chat on YouTube side, so that
Cool.
yeah, if you guys want to read it on your own time or whatever, you have it available, and that way, everybody's got the same information that I do.
Yeet.
Say
I was gonna say, why in the hell am I hearing myself in my headphones? It's because I forgot to turn the volume down on the YouTube side before I turned it on.
Good girl. Professional
I know,
activities here, bro.
I'm the very best.
All right.
All right. So a message is pinned on my YouTube side, so that, yeah, if you guys want to click on that, it's just a PDF file. You can open it in a separate window. You don't actually have to download it. It'll open right up, and that kind of thing. Because the download's going to take a while. It's kind of huge.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But not to you.
That's what they all say.
That is what they all say. It's like, what's funny is when they don't even try to be serious with it. They're like, oh my God, that's so big.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest I've ever seen.
Right.
You need to pay them more. Yeah. Get them involved.
You know what? As long as I hear the words, I don't really care about the tone, right?
I love that shit, bro.
It's like
We're going to hell, y'all. We're going to hell.
You're the biggest I ever seen. $2 more. I'm good.
I've already heard it.
Yeah. It's like, I'll throw a couple extra bucks for fluffing up my ego. It's fine.
And this is where Lou shows up.
Oh, yeah. We still haven't gotten to venereal diseases. So continue. That's when she'll show up.
Holy shit.
That is an interesting link, brother.
Yeah, that's huge. What the hell is this?
Yeah, it is. Well, basically, it's a article that came around today. The new European Union vaccination card. They're going to use it to control their citizens' access to their banks. So,
well, this is old news, though. They were saying this when they first started talking about vaccine IDs and vaccine passports like 2 years ago.
Right. But they just brought it up again.
Yeah, because they were always planning to go through with it.
Yeah, this was always on the docket. This is Project.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I'm saying it looks like they've got pretty much got everything in place, and they're about to go full steam ahead with it. But yeah, I know it's old news, but they're as of 4 days ago, they brought it up again, and they've already got their plan, and they've got everything together, and they know how they're gonna do it, and they pretty much just told them, yeah, get ready, it's coming.
They use the vaccine to identify the Trump supporter. Those who, like me, who doesn't have a single jab, we're Trump supporters, and we need to be put down.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget about that police commissioner in England that's threatening to extradite American citizens.
Yeah, I'd like to see
that was you guys all missed last week's show. That's pretty much the entire first half of last week's show. It was me ranting about that guy.
I'm sorry, dude. I was beating on a freaking truck with a hammer.
He can't. How's he going to do that? And we have these levels of government. He's
not. The short answer is
if you're in the great state of South Dakota, you ain't going anywhere. You stay
He's just running. He's just running his mouth.
Look, he's saying the really part out loud. You should be listening.
It's really, really simple though. Okay, so if like other countries I can't speak for, and I do, like I said earlier in this show, I do think that statement got a little misconstrued because of the way he phrased it, and I think he was more referring to British expats or British people abroad, bringing them back because they are still subject to British law, even though they're out and about.
Right.
But even if they wanted to come after, say, U.S. citizens, right? First, they'd have to arrest us. In order for that to happen, they have to convince our government to come and arrest us and extradite us to a foreign country that we have never been to be charged for crimes on their soil that we did not commit over there, just because they got touchy about shit. Now, in order for that to happen, they got to convince their enforcers to come to my door and physically arrest me. And if that happens, they're going to be shipping a corpse overseas.
That's right. Because we got guns over here, baby.
Down south, like the Wild
West.
We'll
shoot right through the door. Won't even open it. We'll shoot right through the door.
I seen the trouble trying to buy a vest.
Yeah. So no, this is like at least in terms of the U.S., which does have an extradition treaty with Britain, but that is for crimes committed on their soil or on our soil. Like you got to be in a specific place. Like if you commit a crime here, right, you get tried here. You commit a crime in Britain and then run back here, they can haul your ass back to Britain to stand trial for the crime that you committed on their soil.
Correct.
Sure. And I'm good with that. Like you should be held to account. Like you go and fucking some old biddy in Trafalgar Square and then you run back to like New York, right? You should absolutely be sent back to fucking Britain
right
to
back
stand
there
trial
to deal with it. Yep.
But if I say something mean on Twitter in fucking Nebraska, they do not get to come here and haul my ass over there to go directly to jail and not collect 200 pounds.
I'd like to see it.
They could try.
I'll stack them up.
I agree with Squatch. You could try. You could try anything. You could do.
Well, here's the thing. Again,
anything.
they have to convince our government, our extremely tied up in red tape and in the middle of an election cycle government, to go along with that in the fucking first place.
But
they're not going to.
You want to know who's not tied up? The state government. They got to go through the state first, and then they got to go through the county. And then they got to go through the city.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Code enforcement.
Way, right? Nebraska.
4 levels of government you got to penetrate in order to get to my house. Fuck out of here, bro. Try that. Try it. Like Squatch said, try it. Try it.
Like I said, they're never getting through that red tape. The only other option is that they come here and try to physically remove me themselves, in which case they are taking an action against a U.S. citizen on U.S. soil, and that constitutes a declaration of war.
That's the part where I say try it. Is when they get fed up.
Squatch likes this shit. He likes it a little too much.
Dude, I'm telling you, manifest destiny, baby. UK could be a state. Ireland could have all of its island and be its own state.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they stop blowing up fucking churches with kids in them, I'm good.
I'm good with that. Too.
Once you open a few KFCs and a couple of Starbucks, they'll chill the fuck out.
Dude, did you guys see that shit? like a little while ago where Ireland was saying no to immigrants, and both the loyalists and the Sinn Féin types were fucking standing
Dude.
side by side saying that shit. Like, I can't
Dude.
believe that that's what it took to bring those guys together.
I had somebody send me a video on Discord where there were a whole bunch of Irish fellers that were at a particular place on some beach somewhere where they're landing, and they had a whole bunch of poles, and they were just pushing them back out. And the people in the boats were apparently screaming that they couldn't swim. And these ladies and gentlemen were just like, well, it don't matter because you ain't swimming here. And they just pushed them right on down the beach. Or like 25-foot long poles in there. Dude, that's starting to look very muchly like an invasion.
Yeah.
Also, if you can't swim, maybe don't get in a fucking boat in the first place.
Here's the funny thing. Y'all know where Ireland
makes
is.
sense.
Right? I mean, you know where Ireland is. So are you telling me these people got in a boat in France, made it across the channel to England, crossed England, got into another boat, and crossed over to Ireland? I'm kind of confused where these guys are coming from.
Well, that's been the biggest problem because they keep being labeled as refugees or migrants. Like the migrants thing makes more sense, but the refugees thing, when you hear that refugees, if they have passed through 14 quote unquote safe and friendly nations, they are no longer refugees.
Actually, they are not refugees once they've passed 3 safe ports.
I was going to say that. Once you get past that third state, you're not a refugee. You just a migrant.
Right. But most of these guys
from
coming
state
to
to
the
state.
British Isles have gone through 14 or 15 fucking countries.
Yeah. No, that's not you, bro. No.
Yeah. So, it's
What do you reckon's inspired these people? I mean, specifically the ones going to Ireland. Are they thinking about going up there and becoming sheep farmers?
I mean, look, man. Look, I get it. Saudi Arabia sucks. It's hot. There's sand everywhere.
I don't blame them a bit.
Not at all. Not at all. But if you're going to move to a foreign fucking country, you need to assimilate to that country.
Yes.
Man.
If you live in the desert, get out. It makes perfect sense to me.
Right.
Getting out.
I'm good on that part. That part's fine.
That works.
Iraq, also mostly sand, and people blow each other up there. That place sucks.
Yeah.
I get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out. And, coming here is not off the table. I'm not saying don't come here. I'm simply saying
do it legally.
if you're going to come here under refugee status, that's not going to work because Iraq is like 137 countries away. You can't do that. That's not a thing. And I was worried about this. This. You remember they had the harbor thing that they were doing over there off of Gaza.
Yeah. That blew up. Yeah. Wow, that was crazy.
Well, I think it's all money laundering. I think they're trying to hide the deficits they've created by making very public errors that aren't as expensive as they will be purported to be.
What has Israel done for us?
Lived, survived, be installed.
But what have they done
position.
for us?
For us, well, if you ask my,
they've stopped those red cows.
Plenty of reasons. If you ask my mother, she'll tell you that there's plenty of reasons, but I have yet to get anything like concrete aside from the fact that they produce a lot of honey and they produce a lot of like floral shit, and that's.
So we're doing all this for honey and floral shit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I don't know. The honey thing doesn't even make sense because honey's only good to you if it's local honey. In terms of like health.
Yeah.
Like you can eat foreign honey and it's not bad for you, but it's not going to help you with like local allergens or any other environmental concerns. You want local honey for that. So like
I learned about that.
Important
Middle East
subpar honey.
Do anything for me.
Yeah, like my wife taught me that. I didn't even know that eating the honey from your local area helps you with local allergies. I didn't know that.
Yeah, my ex-wife showed me that.
You just said it.
Have you ever heard of mad honey?
Mad honey?
Mad honey, yes.
Mad honey.
What's mad honey?
That sounds
other
like
than a pissed off wife.
No, you're right.
Or an interesting name for a rock band.
So in the Caucasus Mountains over there, there's a plant. It's a type of laurel, I believe, and the pollen from this plant has a very small amount of a hallucinogen. And when the bees collect the pollen and make the honey, the honey is a concentrated version of it. Now, this isn't something that you like dip your biscuit in, eat it, and you go off on a trip. This is something you have to eat like on a daily basis, and it's kind of like a little heavier than microdosing, but some people do go psychotic on it.
Damn. So it's psychedelic like mushrooms.
So you're saying that if you
got any?
if you want to go insane, you need to eat it?
Well, basically, it causes a short circuit of some sort in the brain.
Oh yeah, psychotropic, something like that. And I get that, like but
it basically leaves you in a permanent state of deja vu.
Don't go there, True.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I want to eat it. No, I don't. I don't want to eat that. No, I don't. I'm not going to wake up and I'm trying to see pink elephants.
I always wanted to try it. I mean, mushrooms, mescaline, LSD. None of those killed me.
There's something, but nothing compares to this blue and yellow, purple. Yes, I know. Dirty dozen. Yeah, man, I know.
Yeah. So to Clue's question, I submit it to the panel because honestly, I can't think of anything concrete that is actually worth all the fucking trouble of being involved in that conflict over there.
Religion.
Not even that. Even that. That's not a good enough reason for me, man. It's a fucking worth the stretch. It doesn't.
Yeah, I know that. I know for you it is not, but for everyone other people that it is. Unfortunately.
What question? Wait. What question? I'm confused. What question did you?
What has Israel done for the U.S.?
Yeah. What is Israel?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They keep those red cows out from over there, and that's really what matters.
The red cows. We can't have them red cows. We can't have them red cows going out here.
And again, I have to point this out every time because otherwise, YouTube's gonna fucking cut my nuts off. But I'm not for Israel. I'm not for Palestine. I have no stake in that game, and my country shouldn't either. That's where I stand.
I agree wholeheartedly in what you just said. I agree.
Let them solve it for themselves.
Honestly, I wish they would stop fucking killing each other because I'm sick of hearing about dead kids.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna do it, we shouldn't be involved in it.
Can't we say publicly that there are bad people? Can we?
The
Can
IDF?
we just say it publicly. No, Israel. Yeah,
Israel. No, I would say that you can absolutely. I criticize them the same way that I criticize China. I don't actually hate Chinese people. I do hate the CCP.
Just the government. I understand that because
I
don't hate American people, but I do hate the government.
I hate those.
Yeah.
So can we admit that the government of Israel, they're bad people? Bad.
How about we admit that all governments everywhere are typically bad people?
I mean, that's just part of human condition.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at here, Clue, is that it's not about good or bad because both parties in this case, Netanyahu's government and fucking Hamas, both of them are fucking awful. There's no good guy in this equation.
I agree.
It doesn't exist.
I agree. Yep.
In the same way that I look at Zelensky and Putin, while I have more respect for Putin, I don't believe he's a good man in the slightest.
Yeah.
Dude's quote unquote former KGB. No such thing as former KGB. Doesn't exist.
No such thing as former Marine, right, Gal?
Huh?
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Gal Putin.
Oof.
Putin.
No, I don't think anybody would mind having Gal as a dictator. I don't think anybody would mind that too much.
Well,
with
she's
it.
gonna
I'm
be
cool with
like I do.
I think Derby would. I think
You're gonna
she's
have
scared
people
of
knocking your door down saying you didn't put an apostrophe in you're going to prison.
Ooh, okay, never mind. My bad. You're right. You're right.
Oxford comma.
The
You use the Oxford comma in America.
No,
How
I use
dare you?
I learned Oxford comma So I don't like when people use like whatever the opposite.
It's
is.
aluminum, not
It's
aluminium.
not using the Oxford comma. They're both correct, by the way. Both of them are correct.
I know.
Either
So
is
is
incorrect.
can.
But the
not
Oxford
two
comma's
separate
ugly.
words, but it still looks stupid.
Yeah.
Oxford
it does.
comma is
Yeah.
ugly. Come on. That
No, it's
and
not.
doesn't need a comma before it.
It's kind of but you gotta admit, in many cases it's kind of irrelevant. Like is there a real need for you to put a comma before a conjunctive? Really?
Yes.
It's not.
Really?
It is.
Really?
No.
I don't know about that because at that particular point the conjunctive in and of itself is
the
a
comma.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Napoleon
and
was
is a
not
comma.
short, Andy.
Real quick, Andy Pickles says
Sorry.
if Israel didn't exist, all the hate over there would be pointed at. So fucking what? What are they going to do about it?
I mean,
They can't do shit.
They can't take us. They come to
I
our.
get-
They come after us. They can't take us. The only reason that
okay.
we lasted so long in fucking Iraq
That's a
and
long,
all
long
that
way
shit
just
was
to
because
suck these nuts.
we were trying to not kill everybody, but if it comes down to us or them, it's gonna be them all day, every day. They can't do shit to us. So who cares if they point their hate
We're
at
the
us?
baddest on the block.
I'm a hop off right now. I got a stream to get ready for. It's gonna be nail in the coffin, but I appreciate you having me up on it. Yo, man, we definitely got that conversation we had in the doggone X chat. We definitely got to get together and have that convo, bro. We definitely got because I know there's a lot of interesting stuff to be talking about on there.
You didn't tag me in that shit. What? Yeah, keeping secrets from me, bro.
No.
In the group chat. It's in the group chat. Just go look at the group chat.
Okay, I'll check the group chat.
But yeah, we
It's
definitely
the
got
SITV chat.
Yes, we got it. I definitely got to get you on the panel to one time, 1-on-1, man. We can have this convo.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna be some
absolutely.
good stuff.
popped in.
Anything you want to plug before you head out? And I think we probably will wrap it up about here. Because we think
I mean,
Sasquatch needs to go.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if you want to find out if light-skinned dudes are supposed to be in the game or not, I mean, you can you can watch this. This is basically the conclusion to a very lengthy back and forth that I've had with another YouTuber about it, and for
Don't
some
say
reason,
his name here. Don't say his name.
yeah, I haven't. I don't know why what happened, but it happened, and I'm gonna post it in here for you if you want, and if you want to post it up, feel free to do so. That's gonna be in an hour, 9:00 p.m. EST. We're gonna do a little bit of expose. I have no idea who's coming over. For some reason or another, for this weekend, I've had all my ops pull up, and I have no idea why. They just came out the clouds. So if you want to see some craziness happening, which most likely will happen, grab your popcorn and get ready for an interesting night. That's all I got to say on that. But again, Sam, thank you. Gal, again, yes. One of these days you got coming on my stream too.
Yeah. Come
Sasquatch.
on to the truism.
Sasquatch, man,
over there.
You been coming over there. You gotta get on the panel too, bro. Come on, you holding out on me, fam.
You have a
doing it.
tendency of going live about the time I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I come in bed, I'm
Sasquatch
sitting
never
there, it
sleeps,
pops up.
sir.
I'm a late bird, I know.
I do go to bed though, sir or madam, as the case may be.
What the fuck?
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe out here. Yo, man, if you are not subscribed to any of the people on this panel, yo, you missing out. You fucking up, and you're not in the motherfucking game. Get your head right. Get your mind fucking right, and sub to these motherfucking people on here, dog. Do that shit. Not just now, right now.
Word.
And that means you,
Yeah.
Andy.
Word.
Everybody on panel's description.
And he's talking to this guy right here.
Description below.
This guy right here.
Oh, you crazy, man. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. Be safe. Till next time.
I'll see you in an hour, Troop.
Yep.
You-
Squatch.
Yes, sir.
It is the 2 hour
I got
mark.
about 20 minutes. I got to pick up my kid. She's getting off work. I'm gonna go pick her up.
Okay,
But
fair enough.
that's
Well,
not for another
I think we probably
while.
Yeah, I think we probably will wrap it up here. So let's
okay.
Show our
So-
shit. We'll start with you.
Tomorrow I have the Blast Radius at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have Jay Rillo Jay's Hot Topics, Juicy Jay's Hot Topics, and Captain Curmudgeon are the anchor and co-anchor, and they basically bring a couple of different stories each, and we sit around and just look at the actual facts of it, the various news articles that's been published on them, that kind of thing. Kind of satirical, kind of not, because YouTube doesn't know what satire is. Tuesday I have the Naughty Corner with Ajot, where we basically look at bad cops being bad. Basically.
Sound like Joe Cool.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so my daughter's not at work, but I still need to take Denise home. Oh, yeah. Okay, I still have to play Uber Squatch. Okay.
Yep. Fair enough. So, by the way, Gal, when are you going to do a Sasquatch chills?
I don't know.
You
Dun,
had
dun, dun.
Squatch. You still haven't had Gal on? Come on, your channel's not there. It hasn't made it until you had Gal on your channel.
Oh, okay.
Well, in his defense, Gal is in high demand. She's a very
Also,
high
she's
demand.
been absurdly busy with things.
She pretends to be, introvert.
No,
but
she's
she's
a high
not really
demand.
an introvert. She's not.
Okay, but she's been really busy with stuff, so like I don't bother folks, but you can feel free to bother her some more. Sam, bother her some.
Oh, I bother her all the time, man. I call her in the off hours and bother her.
See, and I respect her enough. I haven't called her yet.
See, Gal.
I mean, I've called her a few times, but I don't call Gal at 1 o'clock in the morning and they have 3-hour conversations with her. And Sam calls
I
me.
call her at 1 o'clock in the
I
morning.
talked to Gal for 6 hours.
Oh, spill
If
the
I
tea.
had your number,
Spill the tea.
All you'd have to worry about is me getting drunk and sending you pictures of Richard Nixon.
Why the fuck would you do
dick
that?
pics.
It's a dick pic.
I was like,
I also send pictures of
Dick
preachers just to break
Tricky
up the
dick
monotony.
pics.
There's this one of him sweating at the DNC at the freaking the first one where there was cameras and they had all the lights and he's just pouring sweat.
Oh, wasn't
You
that
know?
the first time he debated Kennedy, the one he lost?
Yeah. The one where
Yeah.
he's sweating through his shit. That's a drippy dick picture.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. You got anything else coming up, brother? All right. Clue, what do you have coming up? Where can people find you on the internet?
Hello, everybody. The Clue Channel. I am on X at Clue Channel, also here at the Clue Channel. New content is coming, and I will also be on Truism Stream in about an hour. So yeah.
Cool beans. Lawrence Knight.
You can see me tonight in the chat as a moderator on the world famous Exile Lioness 2 channel. And maybe someday you'll see me on Gal's channel if she'll actually return my phone calls.
She has high standards, sir.
I know.
She does like solo streams and like fucking cosplay tutorials on there.
Look! I'm not popular like you, Clue, or Sasquatch or Sam.
I'm not popular at all.
Whoa. If you've seen me on anybody else's channel, it's because I had to pay them to go on.
There's no shame in that.
Yes, there is. Why do you think I'm broke?
There's no shame. Hey, if I want a big YouTuber on my channel and I only have 409 subs, then I gotta pay them.
You're gonna go far, sir. I think you figured it out.
Gotta Mr. Beast this shit.
Mr. Beast.
That too much?
I need 6 or 8 months before he's got Mr. Beast locked down.
The last time I talked to Gal about coming on, she said she would read a story about me called The Little Engine That Could, but she removed engine and put the word penis on it. So, and she put couldn't instead of could.
Wow, are you the little engine that couldn't?
Gee,
I
Gal,
think
that
the
kind of
best
puts all
part
those
is-
snake stories in perspective, doesn't it?
Still gonna kick you, Sam.
I enjoyed
Alright,
this, Sam.
alright,
I
nice.
appreciate it. I do. I needed this.
Yeah.
This is
Hold
I've
up,
been doing, like,
Gal.
really
How much?
serious
How
crap.
much? How much to do a 1-on-1? How much would you charge me for a 1-on-1 on my small channel?
Charge people shit. Larry
Huh?
is making shit up out of whole cloth. I don't charge people shit.
No. I had to offer money. Gal said that in good conscience she couldn't take my money. She also
But
said
I'm
it was
willing to
up for
pay because I want you to. I want the rumor to go around that the Clue channel pays people to be on his channel. So how much would you charge?
Hey, Gal.
Yeah,
Can I
don't
get a
be
menu?
shy. Just tell me. Give me a figure.
No, just skip that. We need a menu. You know, layers of service.
No.
Just no.
If you want to go on Gal's show, it's gonna run you about $100.
No.
I got it. Let's go. Let's do it. Where the contract at? Let's do it. I'll sign. Stop being shy, Gal. Stop being shy.
Now look, Gal's channel
Embrace
is really
the
good.
evil.
Gal has a great channel. There's
She
there's
does.
nothing wrong with making some money on the side.
She has a great channel. Yes, she does.
Y'all are crazy.
Indeed.
Right.
Why? By the way,
Right.
Larry, did you Larry? Did you cover everything? Or we good with the like? We got a
With
bit
the
of music
shit?
coming up next Friday.
You know,
As far as I
the secret shit that you don't want me and Sasquatch
Okay.
to know.
Yeah, I just
There's
kind of
no-
got a
there's
little
no
lost because we started giving Gal a bunch of shit. So
Wait a second now.
as fun as that was. So we've been doing this series on Abyssal Musings called Monsters Balls. We've been basically going over the taking two, monsters, so to speak, and going over their history, and then we go over their strengths and weaknesses, and we pit them in a battle to see who wins. Last night was Candyman versus the Tall Man, and although initially Sam, myself, and Double, we were having some issues determining who would win. After a good amount of reflection, we realized that Candyman can't keep up with Tall Man. They can't really kill each other, but Tall
That's
Man can
bullshit.
kill other people. Well, the Tall Man can kill other people, and that's all he needs to erase the Candyman. If nobody's afraid of him, if nobody remembers him, he has no powers, like Freddy Krueger. So he doesn't have to
And
fight
Randall
Candyman.
Flagg, but Sam disagrees. But go ahead.
Oh, what about Randall Flagg?
no, that's only in
He
certain
can't
worlds.
kill
In certain
anybody that's
other
not
worlds,
afraid of him.
Yeah, no. Are
Well, he
you
lost
talking-
the Emotep.
Hold on. If you're going to bring up Randall Flagg like that, we're going to have to peg this one down, because if you're talking about in the Stand universe, yeah, he's pretty much immortal. Not
we
powerful.
did a whole show about this.
Dude.
But I
Well,
said
where were you, Clue? You were supposed to be a part of that show.
in the stand, he can't kill anybody that's not afraid of him. All the people
okay.
that were not afraid of
know,
him that
man.
died,
I
he
don't know.
sent his
Only-
minions to kill them.
I hear
He
you.
sent Lloyd
Clue.
and the minions.
Clue, brother. Look, I get you, and I understand. And in that specific world, yes, he was
Yeah.
bound by those rules. He's not bound by those rules in other worlds.
Go-
I
go
don't
to
know
the
him
Eyes
in
of
other
the Dragon.
worlds.
Go to the Eyes of the Dragon.
I do.
That is a totally different.
I got to check him
Thing.
out there.
I think you'd like Eyes of
Remember
the
this-
Dragon. It's pretty good.
Oh, it's awesome. It's one of my favorite Stephen King books because it's so different from all other Stephen King books.
It's a fantasy.
What's the name
It's not
of it
it's not a
again?
horror story.
The
The Eyes of the
Is it-
Dragon.
Eyes of the Dragon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
completely non-Stephen King. I think he had it ghost written by somebody else, but
We
it's
should do
wild.
Gal versus Michael Myers. My money's on Gal.
Oh yeah, she'll just blast his ass.
Yep.
Did you just call me a monster?
No, I said we should remember the conversation we had
You're
concerning
a pretty
last week.
monster.
You
Oh,
called
it's
him a
Pretty
monster.
monster.
Remember the conversation we had last week when I said that I asked Devil of all of the ladies that he has streamed with, who was most likely to be the final girl, and your name was the name that came out of his mouth. And that was backstage.
I think
And
Kohai will be the final.
He went through the
my
whole
opinion.
list, and he was like, "I think Gal has the best chance." That's where the
Okay.
idea
You know,
came
the
from.
final girl usually gets killed in the second or third sequel, though, right?
Gal is smart enough not to show up again. That's why she. That's one of the reasons why she win.
Anywho, so this is the series we're doing on Abyssal Musings,
Not a monster.
and it's a
The monster.
Exactly,
lot of
Zillish.
fun.
Kohai is most likely to be the damn killer.
Kohai
Or
can't
B.
be killed. She can't die. So
And by the
she
way,
win.
Kohai is on that list as a monster. By the way,
So she can't be the last girl.
well, she is the demon memer for a reason.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
So-
so you. I mean, Sasquatch, you have a lot to say. It sounds like you and Clue want to be on next Friday.
I think we do. Well, I do.
I should have time. I
But I've
mean,
been banned from Abyssal Music. Anyway, go ahead. Let's go.
And
let's go.
that's
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with having a special. We can have a special Sunday show before or after another very popular show called Blast Radius.
Cool.
I'm
Sure.
down for a special show.
we might even be able to figure out how that raid thing works. I don't know
yeah,
how that
maybe,
works.
maybe. I
No,
don't have the fucking slightest idea how to make that shit work.
I've had it happen. I just
We'll even invite
So-
Gal on. Gal, why don't you participate in our special
Because
Monster
she's
Hunter show?
producing Ballbusters at that time.
On Sunday?
Gal
On a
is a
Sunday.
producer.
Wait.
what are you,
I
a
said
boy?
a special show, a special Monster
Dude, I'm
Ball
not
show
available on
on Sunday.
Sundays, so have fun with that.
That's fine. I'll run it. That's fine. Me and Sasquatch can run it. And if Devil wants in, that's fine.
Hey.
Salute to the devil.
Talk more
Salute
about
to the
this
devil. He's a
this
good dude.
backstage. We can get some solid details before we start announcing shit. But yeah.
Hey, you stay out of this, Pickle. You always trying to get me in. He always trying to get me into something with her. Him and that damn Suka.
That damn Sasquatch.
All right. Yeah. What do you have coming up? What would you like the people to know? Where to find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Rumble, and YouTube. Green Hair Dance Party. And every Thursday I do my stream, which is a solo stream. Except when I do the Let It Simmer. But Cooking the Books, where I take your book list, collecting dust in the corner, and I read it to you so you don't have to, because nobody got time for that. So
I have a
I
question.
forced myself to. Yes.
Why do you sound all girly
now-
when you
now-
talk about your channel?
No, well, I have a legit question. So
What?
the name of your show is Cooking the Books. I have watched it. Is excellent. One thing I've noticed that you don't do on your show, Cooking the Books, is you don't use any seasoning.
I'm not going to ruin books.
You got to put
Oh,
your
no.
spin on it. You got to put your spin on it.
It's like putting ketchup on a steak, Larry. It's sacrilege.
Ooh,
Hold on.
ooh, that's
Why would you say
Hold
that?
on. There's got to be a
Ew.
way to do this so that it's a cool gimmick. It doesn't have to hurt books. It doesn't have to be actual spices. It just has to be in a labeled thing that says the spice. It could be talc or freaking, I don't know.
Arsenic or something. This
Yes. You were also in a featured video here recently, weren't you?
I was. Oh, the Devil's Angels?
yes, the
Yeah.
devil.
So we film that every 2 weeks, as
Mhm.
long as it works out, on Beelzebub. So go check that out. We watched The Gods Must Be Crazy. It's a
Mhm.
movie.
Mm.
That's a line that I actually said on Twitter about it and in the video itself.
Mm.
It is.
Are you
movie.
saying that you do business with the devil?
Constant.
She owns.
She's in
She
Congress.
owns the devil.
She's in
or the
Congress.
devil?
She's voting in Congress?
No, she's in Congress with the devil.
Really? So you're a bad gal.
I
Yeah.
plead the fifth because this is America. I am not going to incriminate myself.
So you're guilty of sin, and you're just not willing to admit it. It's okay. Once we start the pressing, you will confess.
Nope.
All witches do.
Just because I have the nose for it doesn't mean I am.
Ooh.
It's a fair call. Anyhow, we're bringing it to a close now. Bringing it to a close. Otherwise, we're gonna end up putting fucking FNT to shame with their outros. In terms of length, like we're already at like almost 20 minutes of outros here. So as for my part, I am Samuel the Infamous. You can find me on the channel of the same name. We do this show every Saturday afternoon, Screaming into the Void. We do Abyssal Musings every Friday night with my co-host Larry, and sometimes we have guests, and sometimes we do fun games, and sometimes Larry just brings up stuff that makes me want to vomit. It is what it is. It's a good time though. Come by, watch that show. You can also find me on Beelzehub, on a show called Beelzepub, in between Abyssal Musings and Screaming into the Void in the wee hours of the morning for those of us in the States. For people in England, it's like just morning. So we do that. You can find me on Mellow Monday on Adam the Renaissance Nerds channel on Mondays, except this Monday. There may not be a Mellow Monday, and if there is not, then I have to cheat on Adam and go hang out with Static 2020 on his channel, also
Cheater.
Static 2020 for Bloodbath.
Cheater.
Other than that, you can find myself and Lawrence, as he explained, over on Exiled Lioness 2, where we moderate, produce, and any other thing that she requires behind the scenes that we don't get paid for and are occasionally beaten for. So. That I think about sums it up. Yeah. All right.
Flying Chihuahua bats.
All right. Well, anyway, it's been great. This has been a fun show. I've enjoyed the chaos. I think we covered some actual topics as well. Hope everybody out there watching has enjoyed it. If you have, I'm going to shill a little bit. Please do subscribe, because if you like the stuff, if you don't, no skin off your nose, whatever. But yeah, please do subscribe, because I got up above 300 subscribers this morning during the
Congratulations.
As soon as I woke up, it had
shout out to you.
Back below 300. It's like this whole 300 thing is killing me. Please subscribe. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Thank you to everybody who's been here on panel. Everybody who was on panel, you can find their links and the links to a few other rotating panelists below in the description. Have a great night, and remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras.
Damn.
Bye, everybody.